boys and
I'm
one
gonna
for
cuff
the
you to the
hoes.
stable too.
You can have all
Can't
4
fucking-
phones back after the bench trial.
I got
when you get
2
prison.
phones, one for the kids, one to call Chang Gang.
All right, so
Hey, I am Shangang, so you calling me?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Chang will probably
Yeah.
be rolling up here soon. Then
Most likely.
I mean, I
Yes,
don't
Your
even.
Honor, we're
I didn't
trying to
even
prepare for that.
listen. I didn't even bother to call the Shangang because I know I'm gonna win, bro.
if it helps, last time I seen them, they only had bats. So
Oh, well, tell them not to put their hands up, or else they're gonna get shot by 8 cops.
okay,
Are we at 0 viewers, Pog?
Mike, 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 Mike.
Yeah. All you said was okay, and then that's all I heard, dog.
I
And now
hate
you're
this
saying my
place
name.
so much now.
I know.
On the charge of
Probably,
accessory-
especially when you're looking at a bunch of different files and shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Accessory to escaping custody. How do you plead?
Not guilty to everything.
Okay, that makes it a lot easier because there's a bunch.
Hell yeah, there is, and I ain't guilty, yo. I ain't going back.
Fuck.
All right, Holden on the charge of criminal use of firearm. How do you plead?
Not guilty, bro.
Resisting arrest.
Not guilty.
Criminal threats.
Not guilty.
Assault and battery.
Not guilty.
Joyride.
Definitely not guilty, dog.
Assault with a deadly.
Man, I never assaulted a man named Deadly. Not guilty.
Criminal possession of a firearm.
What even is a firearm? Not guilty.
Reckless evasion.
Man, I might have done that one, but not guilty.
All right. Who's the arresting officer?
That would probably be me for both of these individuals, Your Honor.
Bobby, swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me coil.
Yes, I do, so help me quote.
All right, tell me what happened.
Sure. We're gonna start with the initial shots fired call that we received at the beach. That myself, as well as I believe Officer Minio, had responded to when we had showed up to the location. I believe Holden Block decided to.
That's
charge.
me, Your Honor.
That's him.
Okay.
That him.
Decided to charge at myself and my fellow officer. We had our guns drawn at that moment. I discharged it at Mr. Block, who then took off from us, fleeing in I don't know, some general direction.
When you
northbound.
talk about the individual, can you use their first name because both
Sure.
are last
Ask
name.
him
Yeah.
why he shot me.
Sure. Yeah, I discharged the gun at Holden Block, who was charging at us. He then got
He's
shot,
blind.
screamed, and ran away. Again, this was a shots fired call that we had arrived to. A little bit of chaos ensued. We began to take off and chase Holden down the street, who kept running. I'm not sure how he was able to run, as I do believe he's blind, but I guess he was using some type of sonar to guide his
You
way
don't
up
think
the
he
pier.
can run? He
Your
ain't
Honor.
blind. He ain't crippled.
Your Honor, I would like to make an objection. Just because I'm blind does not mean I can use my legs.
That's not. an
Also, I
objection.
would like to state for the record, I just choose a direction and run.
I would like to enter into evidence. Holden went to state in field and
Welcome
track
back down.
for the
Hello.
100-meter dash in high school.
And MIT.
Well, you of all people know, Mr. Mike, that the evidence part's over.
Damn.
Damn. Mr.
Damn.
Opportunity, bro.
I'll take note of that. Holden
Thank you.
took off in a general direction. Can I go with
Hey, yo, can I
that? Or
explain to
am
him
I still
how
going
I
to get
run?
objected?
When you get to your side, you can.
Alright, I'll make sure to note that at the
He
very
digging a
beginning.
Yeah, Your Honor, there's just a lot of stuff here, and I just want to get through it without having like weird objections about high school performances here.
I
Hey,
mean, they have
you're
every
weird, bitch.
legality to object to whatever they want.
That's
Copy.
right. Some of us don't regret high school, yo.
All right, continue.
Holden took off in a general direction, At which point we tried to flag him down. Scene was very chaotic. We gave him verbal orders to stop running. He continued to run. At some point, he turned around backwards because I had parked my vehicle in front of him, and I guess he felt that, realized that he couldn't go forward anymore. So he turned around and ran backwards. That's when I noticed that he discharged the gun, or took a gun out, I should say. Took a gun out, and that's when we shot him down at the scene. We went ahead and ran a GSR test on him at that moment. Realized that more than likely that 1071 shots call was due to something that he was a part of. Called for EMS as we had somewhat stabilized the scene. When EMS had arrived, they treated Mr. Holden Block, loaded him in the ambulance, and that's when Mr. Michael Block had decided to jump into the ambulance and attempted to steal it. At some point in time, a gentleman came up behind me and had a knife to my back and was threatening to murder me or something like that. And that's when officers lost focus of Michael Block, I guess, stealing the ambulance. Ended up taking down
What
a
up,
gentleman
Block,
who
Block?
was assisting with Michael Block and his accessory to escaping custody as Holden was in the back of the ambulance. Michael Block got the ambulance to work. Hot-wired it, I assume. They took off, again, northbound, and that's when officers started to chase him. I wasn't involved in that chase, but from my understanding, they did end up catching the ambulance, but they did lose eyes of Michael Block. As Holden was in the back, they were able to bring him down to Pillbox, and that's when I believe Dr. Choi started performing surgery on Holden Block, who had claimed, I'm not sure if there's a medical record of this, that I had shot him in his eye, and then he could only see, or he couldn't see 50% of what he used to see.
blinded him, bro?
Damn.
Mr.
They made
Bobby,
him more blind.
can I make a statement here? Are you okay with that?
Am I okay with what?
I could confirm.
Not your turn yet.
Objection.
It's still not your turn.
But I have to make an objection.
Well, what's the objection?
I do agree
Not
with Mr. Bobby.
objection.
That is an
Continue.
objection. All right.
Continue.
Okay, I'm just gonna go through the bullet points here because this was a very long situation. Just to summarize it, it made sound weird as I'm not naturally speaking, but I'm
Shout
reading it
out
off of
from
a
Rhode
piece of
Island.
paper just for the summary, if that's okay, Your Honor. I'll just go by bullet point.
Objection. Bobby only recently regained control of both his eyes, and I don't think he knows how to read yet.
You true?
According to Dr. Choi, I had full control of my eyes. I just
Objection.
for whatever
Hearsay. Dr. Choi isn't here.
Okay, wouldn't what he just said be also hearsay?
No.
It would be.
I'm not sure what the point is.
I think that someone else should read it. This motherfucker was walking around like a cyclops, yo.
Would it
Well,
make
whether
you?
he's reading anything
Hey,
or
yo,
not,
Pops,
he's
I
still
take
giving his
offense to
statement,
that.
so he can say whatever he wants.
Oh, I.
Am I free to read what I wrote down here for the summary of this hearing,
You're
Your
free
Honor?
to attempt to read it, yeah.
Okay, I just want to go on record that I can read, and I have full function of both of my eyeballs.
Now he's
Yeah,
regardless
just
of
like
the-
I can read, bro.
Okay. I'm just gonna go through this. This is picking up from Holden being in surgery and getting surgery done by Dr. Choi. And this is outside of Pillbox. So Michael Block tries to break free Holden, steals the ambulance. Sorry, this was at the beach, but either way, same shit. Ends up escaping and losing police. He comes back in a black sedan to Pillbox and then punches a man who outed him for trying to steal a cop car that was parked at Pillbox. He then runs over an EMS worker in the vehicle he came back with, and then crashes his car behind Pillbox.
True.
Who does this?
Excuse me?
Yikes.
Who were you speaking of in question again?
This is all in accordance to Michael Block.
Okay. I'll make sure I get the person right.
Sure. Right. So, runs over an EMS worker, drives down the street, goes behind Pillbox, crashes that vehicle that he used to run over the EMS worker, and tries to steal a G-Wagon. I caught him trying to steal a G-Wagon. He managed to hotwire that and took off towards Mission Row. where he tried to steal a blimp.
What?
Let this guy be tripping, bro.
That's crazy.
I couldn't get the blimp to work, or I'm not sure what the situation with the blimp was. There's just a blimp there. He gets back into his G-Wagon and takes off. That's when I lost eyes on him. I proceeded to go back to Pillbox as Holden was still in surgery.
This is baloney.
That's when Michael Block comes back in the G-Wagon that he used to escape. At this point, Holden had already finished his surgery and was in my car. And I guess at some point in time during the surgery, Michael Block had hotwired the Charger that I had used for transportation and was able to get inside of it with Holden in the back and took off southbound. I had no way of chasing him right away, but from the tweets, and they're not in the evidence, but I'm just giving you my thought process here. They were trying to find a way to uncuff Mr. Holden as he had cuffs on him coming out of surgery.
Impossible.
It's crazy.
At some point in time, they had, I guess, given up as they decided to approach me in a police car, and this was around Legion Square, and they had asked me to uncuff him. They'd asked me if I had any keys to the cuffs. Seeing as I was the arresting officer, I decided to lie to Mike and told him that I will, in fact, uncuff Holden. He just needs to, get out of the car.
Yo, Pops. He's admitting to lying right now, so he could be lying in this statement.
True.
Okay.
Let him talk, though. He got a lot to get through, dog.
Just let me finish, guys. That's when Michael Block listened to me, got out of the car, he had a pistol out, but I managed to jump in the driver's seat and decided to continue to Mission Row and the Charger that was stolen, and attempt to at least, I guess, have one suspect out of the situation in custody. Once I had Holden in the parking lot, in the gated parking lot, I decided to go back for the other Charger that I had used for the situation. And I guess at that point, Michael Block had already hotwired that Charger. And when I arrived on scene, he had a gentleman at gunpoint and was demanding myself to get Holden out of custody. His exact words were something along the lines of, "I'm going to drive off a pier with this man in the trunk at 40 miles an hour
What?
unless
Oh, boy.
you
It's not wild.
unless you free Holden from custody." I told him specifically, "Let me work with you. I'll see if I can get Holden out of custody, but you gotta let me know which pier." He said something along the lines of, "I don't know yet, but you got 93 hours or 93 days," which me and my relationship with Michael Block is that's not really a time frame. He works very, very fast. So I rushed to Mission Row, grabbed Holden, proceeded to try to find Michael Block in the again stolen police Charger. Eventually, had some backup, and we were able to track him down near Legion Square, where he had kidnapped the original suspect. And
This is baloney, bro.
that is when we discovered that at some point in time during the 35 seconds that I drove to Mission Row and back to Legion Square, he had managed to kidnap 3 more people and stuff them in the trunk. One of them being, of course, Judge Buck Stanton.
Alex Hart.
He had several demands for the release of the hostages as we started negotiations. Some of which included things like Officer Toretti eating trash and not wearing pants for the rest of his shift. We managed to talk through most of the negotiations, and I think the last hostage...
Did Toretti eat the trash?
Yes, Toretti did in fact eat the trash, and he did in fact change clothes very quickly. I think that was due to his proximity towards Olivia Copper.
Good. I'm glad he did that.
Yeah. Michael Block ended up releasing all the hostages, with the last one, I think, costing the police department $30. And I just want to have that on record as well as part of this trial.
It was actually 18.
Yeah, it was 30. It was 30 because I counted the tens.
I counted it, boy.
Okay, the blind man cat. Let me keep going here just so I can get through this. After the release of the 4 hostages, Michael Block and Holden, now uncuffed, as that was one of their demands, took off southbound towards the dock and the freeways, particularly the one with the big bridge that you can get on going off of Royal Owenstein. We ended up chasing them for a while. They kept screaming and calling 911, talking something about the Fast and the Furious movie. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, Your Honor.
Yeah, with one at Toretto.
Sure. I'm not sure if this relates to the movies or not, but basically they would sort of do a U-turn. Michael and Holden would do a U-turn in the stolen cop cruiser, and when we made a pass, Holden would jump out of the passenger side of the vehicle screaming at about 70 miles per hour. They did this about 2 times. To what degree this is, or to how this relates to the Fast and Furious, I'm not entirely sure.
It was 3 times.
Did they eventually wreck the car?
So what ended up happening was we got down to the oil fields, and I think they wanted to give it one last go. And so Holden had barrel dived out of the car and attempted to fly, kick me through my window, but instead I think he landed in the windshield of my car and, fell on the side of the road.
That's how it relates, because a car accident's what ended, the Fast and the Furious show too.
Oh.
Nathaniel?
Surprisingly, Holden wasn't injured, as he got into my vehicle and took out a gun. However, Michael Block continued with the Charger with Officer Toretti and State Trooper Copper chasing after him. But I did sort of take advantage of Holden, as I knew that he was blind, so I decided to duck and sort of get out of my vehicle while he was pointing the gun. And although it seemed like he was pointing towards the roof of my car, I'm not exactly sure what his intentions were, but I knew that he
100% had the barrel of my gun on his head.
Hey, it'd still fuck up your hearing, though.
He's saying 100%, but he's blind. Anyway, he ended up hotwiring my car because I again jumped out of my vehicle and ran to the side of the road. He hotwired my car and took off. That is when I asked for a pickup from Officer Toretti and State Trooper Copper. They swung around, and it's when it dawned on me that Holden can't see, so we actually had a vehicle crash report just up the street, and we drove towards it. At this point in time, again, we had lost eyes on Mike Block, but the vehicle crash report that we received on Elysian Fields just up the street from where the car was taken was in fact the stolen Charger. My guess is that Holden drove it northbound in the opposite lane of travel on the freeway, and then somehow managed to take it off of the highway and ended up on the railroad tracks. That's one of the pictures that you'll see in the evidence report. We code 6 the area, which just basically means we were looking for him. Didn't think that he could get very far. Again, at this point, he had just gotten out of surgery, dived out of a moving car going 80 miles an hour 3 times, and then crashed the stolen Charger into railroad tracks. But we managed to find him in the canals near the storage shed, or the storage units. I don't know if you're familiar with those, near the recycling plantation. He was standing on a wall dancing. We caught him because we saw him off the bridge, and I think one of the officers just identified him standing there. We got down to him, again, gave him several verbal orders to get off. We were going to arrest him. And I think at this point in time, Michael Block had found a vehicle, a black and color Banshee, and followed us as he saw us going down towards the canals. Once we realized that he just wanted to negotiate with, I believe this time, no hostages, we began to open fire on him, as at multiple times we'd seen him with a gun, and we were trying to end this pursuit. We managed to disable his vehicle partially, at least the tires, but he ended up taking off down the canal and escaping. But Holden, I guess because he heard officers shoot, managed to, I think this is where he claims to be Daredevil, managed to actually shoot a State Trooper Copper multiple times in the back. And
I claim to be Daredevil because of my law skills.
Well, nonetheless, we ended up incapacitating him using a lethal takedown with our pistols, as he took out his gun and was shooting at us. We figured that Michael Block was circling the area. In the Banshee, I climbed on a roof, trying to search for him on top of the storage units. I couldn't find him. Eventually, it was made clear to me that what he had done is he had went somewhere and picked up another hostage. I guess he was going to trade him for Holden Block.
Did this part already happen in the story, or are we doing it again?
No, this is continuing, Your Honor.
The trading the
Alex,
hostage, like, didn't that
CHND.
already happen like a few times?
Yes, Your Honor.
So we're doing it again. All right.
Yes. He came back with a hostage in the trunk. Pointed a gun at him, demanding the release of Holden Block. The man in the back appeared to be very, very terrified. We complied. We had EMS on standby, but again, felt Michael was very, very dangerous, and we had an officer that was injured, so we decided to comply. The hostage was let out of the trunk, and while we were trading for Holden, the hostage had smacked Olivia Copper in the head with a baseball bat, and so we had to incapacitate him lethally. I guess he smacked Olivia Copper because him and Mike made some type of deal. He said that Mike pressured him into attacking an officer with the baseball
Objection,
bat.
speculation.
You can't really object a statement. It's only in questioning when it comes to speculation.
Yeah, but that motherfucker ain't here, yo.
Yeah, but it's an opening statement. A speculation objection happens during questioning.
Oh,
Objection to the objection.
hearsay.
What is a speculation?
That's the same thing.
Damn. Bye.
A speculation's when you're like assuming, basically. That's what I think.
Oh, it's like an assumption.
Yeah.
I bet.
Bye.
This was just what the gentleman had told us on the at the crime scene, Your Honor.
Oh.
Or the logic and reasoning he gave as to why at first he was terrified, and then second he decided to attack us when we were trying to negotiate for his well-being.
I got you. Continue.
So we started treating our downed officer. Mike took off eastbound, I believe, but eventually it was relayed to us through radio traffic that he had made his way to Pillbox and took Dr. Choi at gunpoint, making her... I guess he made her work on Holden. I wasn't exactly there, but when I had arrived at Pillbox and observed myself, he had a gun at on Dr. Choi's head while she was performing medical work on Holden. So I'm guessing that's the reasoning for whatever was going on there. We ended up once again letting him out of the hospital as he had continued to point a gun at Dr. Choi, taking her out of the building, demanding that she get inside of a cop car. I think the negotiation was that he wanted her to chase him in a police car as the primary unit, which at that point we just didn't really entertain, because once she got inside of the cop car, we pretty much got very aggressive with our hot pursuit and ended up hitting him near Roy Lowenstein. The vehicle turned upside down. Mike and Holden were in the car. I had stepped out, shouting verbal orders for Mike to comply, step out with his hands up, at which he did, but then, well, sorry, let me go back on that. I told him to step out with his hands up, or we're going to use lethal force on him. And again, he did step out with his hands up, but then he took off running, as well as Holden Block. I believe there was another gentleman there that was trying to scoop them up, telling him to get into their car. And that is when officers used lethal force, as that was verbalized to Michael, and ended up taking him down through the use of, again, firearms. Holden had ran under the bridge nearby. I chased after him. I had attempted to tase him multiple times. He kept, talking shit to me. Eventually, I got him on the ground. I hit him with a flashlight. He said that he was going to give himself up. I believed him for a second, but then I realized that he had lied to me and punched me in the head. That's when I chased after him and punched him in the face and knocked him out. And that is the picture that you'll see towards his profile at the very bottom there, him laying on the ground. We found guns on him. Holden, because he was in our custody technically twice, once at the beach and once at the our car crash. Both times we've recovered firearms for him. That's why he has the 2 pending firearms charges. Mike, on him, we found the a pistol as well as Oxy. That's the picture of the gun and the pill balls that we found. And now we are here because we managed to treat him at Pillbox and bring him down to Mission Rome. And they wanted a bench trial. They wanted a bench trial multiple times. In fact, I think when I punched Holden in the face, he immediately asked for a bench trial. So
I got you.
we are here now. Obviously separate charges, but I think Mike has more outstanding ones as he was the one that kept the situation going.
All right, all I got to say.
That's it.
All right, Frank. Still tell the truth, don't you know the truth? So help you, Quill.
Yes, I do, sir.
Give me your.
I was only present for the hostage taking of Dr. Choi at the hospital. I was actually going to the hospital to get a prescription, and there was I think one of the I don't know, it was just a hangaround at the hospital. He told me that Mike Block was in the hospital with a gun to Dr. Choi. I went inside and negotiated with Mike Block for the release of Dr. Choi, and Mike Block's demands were $3 for Dr. Choi to drive the chorus and for her to do radio callouts. And after she fixed Holden up, after he had been shot, they got in the Banshee and drove away, and that's when we attempted to pursue them.
All right, that's all you gotta say.
Yep, that's all I gotta say.
All right, does Holden or Mike have any questions for these two?
I do.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if Bobby could say what he said again because I didn't hear it.
Which part?
Everything after the ambulance at the beach.
Your Honor. Really, do I have to start again from the ambulance at the? That's really the first part of the story.
No, I think it's on court records.
Thank you.
Could I get those in Braille?
Um,
The court records, so he doesn't have to say them again.
I think we can work something out.
I bet.
I bet.
Any other questions?
I got none.
Actually, Your Honor, sorry if I can interject. I did send Holden the transcript to his official email.
He needs it in Braille, dog.
I understand, but he's been using the Siri system to dispatch 911. Specifically, that's how we found out that he wanted to pull some type of Fast and Furious maneuver. So I figured maybe he can just use the Siri again to transcribe the.
I prefer Braille. I prefer Braille.
Okay.
Well, preferring and then having it, the ability to understand it, two different things.
Damn,
that's kind of rude.
Okay. No other questions?
No, I rest, Your Honor.
Okay, well, I don't rest.
Well, I rest to the questions, right? Ain't that how that
Oh
works?
yeah, no. Just say no
That's
further
not how that
questions,
works.
dog.
Oh, no more further
rest means
questionnaires,
you
bro.
done, dog.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm done with the questions, Your Honor.
Okay.
I bet.
Hey, if you talking, Your Honor, we.
I'm not. I'm just looking at the
Okay.
charges here to see if there's any that stick out to me.
Hey, yo, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Recruit Bobby said that he sent me pictures. Could I have the pictures described to me? Because Siri can't describe them.
Had a good point.
That's a good point.
I think the stenographer should do it, yo.
I don't think we have one of those.
Oh, what was you typing over there? lady?
He hasn't done with that.
I don't know who that is.
I mean,
He's faking, bro.
Oh, who is that
what?
woman?
No, I'm doing my job over here. I mean,
Is you
Who
the
are you?
is you the spaghettier?
Ma'am, who are you?
what? My name is Jean Steele. I'm the court secretary.
He's doing
in
this.
charge.
Oh,
Who that
Wait.
bitch is? I thought she was the sketcher.
the
No, I don't do
sketch eater?
sketching. No, I don't do sketches. I just
Oh.
type out things that are being sent.
Oh. Sir.
So yeah, can I have the pictures described to me?
Oh no, Bobby, think you can describe him?
Sure.
I bet. Yo, my ears and mind are open. Let me hear.
The first picture is the positive GSR test that we ran on him while at the beach in the initial.
All right, what
10
kind of positive? Like a
It's-
positive or like a plus?
It's positive. It's the word positive.
All right. What was this for?
This was for the shootout at the beach. We shot at you at the beach.
Oh. Okay.
The
All right.
the second
Are we
picture.
sure it was positive?
Yes.
All right, bet. All right, what's the second picture?
The second picture is the two handguns that were used throughout the day that were recovered. One of them was recovered at the beach. The second one was recovered off of him after the car crash towards the end of the last pursuit.
Damn. All right. Two handguns.
Hmm.
Man, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Were they identical looking? Did they have different marks, different colors? Describe them to me, Bobby. Paint a
They're
picture.
pretty generic combat pistols. We see them used very.
So when you say combat, what type of combat?
What do you mean? What type of combat?
Like the combat on the streets, guerrilla warfare, just warfare in general? What kind
I
of
don't-
combat
I
we
don't-
talk?
I think that's subjective to what you use them for. So, what were you using them for at the beach? Using them for warfare?
Let me see. I did carry that gun on me when I killed that man.
Okay.
But I didn't kill him with the gun. I killed him with a knife. I
Yo,
popped
free
his
my
floaty.
mans.
Hell yeah.
Hey, yo,
He's
what
gonna
up,
walk.
son?
He's walking, bro.
All right, so from the
Hell
streets,
yeah.
from the streets. Good to know. Hey, I guess you could say the streets as cold as the gun barrel. All right, dog. What's the next picture?
The third picture, actually, Olin, I should probably ask you about because the third picture is the Charger that we recovered in the railroad tracks, but we found gun casings on the ground. So I'm wondering, when you got ejected from the car, did you shoot the
Yeah.
car?
All right, so let me hold up.
Can you
So
explain
I
to me why
got-
we found gun casings at the
Yeah,
abandoned
of
car?
course, recruit Bobby. So I was driving the cop car, right?
Yeah.
Now I hit a fence or a wall, and I flew into
You're
it,
not at
bro.
the part where you give testimony.
Oh.
You're not under oath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
So
hold
I-
on.
I flew into the wall or the
This is
fence.
the part
Or...
where you stop talking about it.
No, I just wanted to tell him, bro.
I'm just
You'll have
curious,
your
you know.
chance. You ask him questions. He doesn't ask you questions.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to be nice, Your Honor.
We're not in the court of nice.
I'll. You know what, Bobby? Just for you, I'll talk about it in my opening statement, buddy.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
The fourth picture is where
Yeah.
we fought and
Tell me about it.
I beat your ass to the ground, and also where you dropped the gun because at some point after I tased you, stopped running and threw the gun on the ground.
Your Honor, I want the record to show I beat his ass, not the other way around.
It's a picture of you on the ground that I took. You're literally in the picture.
Your Honor, I want the record to show I was playing dead.
All right, duly noted.
Haha. Get fucked, Bobby. You
Okay.
already know.
Damn.
All right, so describe the picture to me again.
It's you on the ground, and next to you is the
What
gun.
shirt do I got on?
The same fucking shirt that you're wearing right now.
And which one's that?
The brown
Describe
one.
the shirt, yo.
A brown one. What kind of brown?
Actually, it's a different shirt. It's like, did you change?
Your Honor, liar.
Oh.
Perjury. Perjury.
Oh. Not even
Another
the same
W.
person, dog.
it's the same person. He changed his shirts somehow while he was in our custody.
I'm pretty sure that was that Dan Faley cat. He kind of weird. He likes when I take my shirt off. He kind of weird.
All right. So where you going with this whole shirt thing there, Holden?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted it to be, he told me I was wearing the same shirt, and in reality, he said I wasn't. So I'm just saying,
Damn.
I mean, if he's willing to lie about my shirt, he's willing to lie about a whole lot of other things.
I feel like I corrected myself.
If the shirt don't fit, acquit, bruh.
Your Honor, clearly he has
looks
this
like it
thing with the
fits.
shirts that he was like trying to have a gotcha moment, which is probably why we changed it in the first place.
I mean, he did get you.
He did get me, yeah.
I mean, he
Hey,
did
thank
get
you,
you, bro.
Your Honor. I did get him.
Okay.
Can I go now?
I think the shirt fits though. Yeah.
The
so,
next picture,
That's it.
could we
That's
get
it.
a summary of all four?
No, we can't.
All right, Your Honor. I'm done with the pictures.
All right, Mike, you still tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help you, Nikes.
Yeah.
Give me your side.
All right. So here's the thing, Your Honor. Bobby the bitch cadet Smith over there, he being real motherfucking tricky with his testimony. If you, is this shit being written down, dog?
Yeah, it been audio recorded.
Oh, okay, good. If you listen to it, at the beach, when he first encountered me, it Mike. And then he go on to say it's some motherfucker named Michael. That is not my name, dog. My name is Mike. And then Mike appears
truth.
again at the hospital. When I'll admit it, at the hospital, taking Troy hostage and everything after that, that was me. And at the beach, when they straight up shot Holden while he was running unarmed,
In cold blood.
that was me too. And then I ran off. Listen to his testimony. That's when a Michael steps in, dog. So I don't know who this Michael is. Ain't me. They accusing a Michael
Objection,
of
Your
all
Honor.
this shit.
This has no relevancy. This is the same person.
It is relevant. They accusing a Michael.
I had a
That's a
friend
different
named.
person.
I had a friend named Mike that I always called Michael. So I keep tripping up on the
hey,
word.
Maybe it was him,
The
bro.
identity has
Check
never
it. Check
changed.
it, Your Honor. Check it.
I have
My
used the
name
word.
is Mike.
I have used the name Michael multiple times, but I'm still
It's,
referring to the same person.
That's
All
his
Bobby,
testimony.
That's 3 strikes with mistakes. I mean, 2 strikes. 3 strikes, you're out.
How is that a strike? It's the same person.
That's a mistake. That's
It's
another
not my
gotcha.
name.
Why is it a mistake?
It's another gotcha, Bobby.
Another gotcha.
What is the gotcha of this?
Damn.
One more gotcha, you're out.
Imagine getting got twice. God damn.
Here's the thing, dog. This motherfucker, all right, he admitted in his testimony that he shot Holden while he was unarmed, was just running at him, shot him. That picture I submitted into evidence, yo, kneeling over him like he a fucking trophy. And look, if you look in that picture, ain't no shell casings around Holden. He ain't got a gun on him, no weapon, nothing, dog. He completely unarmed, yo. And then skip to the hospital. Again, I don't know who this Michael is. All that other shit, y'all can go find him, bro. Motherfucking skip to the hospital. He said they was being aggressive with us, right? There was a car accident. He told me to step out of the car with my hands up. He admitted in his testimony, I did that, yo. I ran, Your Honor, legitimately 4 feet. I ran from this burning car that was flipped over. I ran away from it with my hands up. These motherfuckers started shooting me, Your Honor. He never said nothing. No one ever shot, yo. He never said this Michael or nothing. Never shot a gun. And these motherfucking 8 officers shot me while my hands were up, dog.
Damn.
While my hands were up and I like 4 feet away from this motherfucking car, yo.
Your Honor, I saws it.
They didn't have to shoot me like that. No GSR test on me, nothing. And he admitted my motherfucking hands was up. They shot me like 6 motherfucking officers was there. They shot me 8 times.
Each.
Probably. Damn, that shit hurt, yo.
So was it more than 50 cents or less than? If it
It like right there in the middle, probably.
Okay.
Damn.
So was I
Objection,
running from the
speculation, Your
cops?
Honor.
Yeah. Well, you can't really object speculation into a statement.
I mean, it was me that got shot. It ain't really speculation.
Saying speculation on how many times he got shot.
I was the one that got shot, motherfucker. Damn. Anyway, so
How many times did you get shot?
like 8. I think it was 8.
For some reason, it's so bad. I want you to say 9, but okay.
8 to 9.
You rounded up, bro.
So, anyways, bro. Yeah, was I running from the cops, from the hospital? Yes, I was, but only because earlier that day I witnessed them shoot my son while he was unarmed. And, Your Honor, I was right. The car crashed, put my hands up, boom, instantly gunned down. Unarmed, haven't shot at anyone all motherfucking day, instantly shot down. Damn, right? So, everything that happened in between that shit, I know. They said they lost eyes on this Michael motherfucker multiple times. I think they just trying to put it on me to fill a quota, yo.
Oof. Damn.
I mean, they said they lost eyes. That could have been anybody. And they also said it was some motherfucker named Michael. Not me. That it.
For the record, Your Honor, we don't have any type of quotas at the police department.
Well, shit, I ain't know. Damn.
Okay. Is that all I had to say, Mr. Mike?
That's it, bro.
Holden.
Hey, yo,
You want to give a statement?
you goddamn right.
All right, Holden. You sure to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, Happy Quilt?
I do.
All right, let's hear it.
I, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
Hey, turn around,
Yeah,
son.
I hear
You
you.
ain't facing them, yo.
All the
Your Honor.
The other way.
Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, it was hey yo, Pops, you said it was clear as day down at the beach, right?
I mean, yeah, it was a beautiful day, yo.
It was a beautiful day, yo. I managed to stumble out my Billablock home where I store all my guns. I had a piece in my hand. I was chilling.
Could you go back to that part?
Can we have
Uh-huh.
that statement on record?
You can.
A copy of it, please, to the police department.
Sure.
I'm just spitting straight facts.
Keep spitting facts, Mr. Holden. Go ahead.
I bet. So, I stumbled out my Billablock house.
Objection, he's blind. He wouldn't know what's in there, though.
Objection,
Ah,
Your-
a blind
Objection, Your Honor.
person went to their house?
He's been able to multiple times say how he's felt guns in certain places and asked for
counter
numerous times
objection.
what a description
It
of a
could be a
gun.
banana. Sometimes we give him a banana and we say it a gun.
Counter objection. I know what I put in the house. I don't know what I take out.
I guess you wouldn't really object to the police going and checking to see if he has any bananas in, right?
I mean, having bananas ain't legal, yo.
Yeah, but
sounds
they
wrong.
can make sure that it's a banana, not a gun.
Hey, yo, Your Honor, I object to the cops looking at my stash house.
Do you?
Uh-huh.
Is it your stash house?
Goddamn right.
All right, continue.
I bet. So I stumbled out my house in the Billablock. I managed to make it outside. So, naturally, I said, hey, yo, Siri, call me a taxi driver. Siri starts ringing. All right. This chick answered her phone. I'm like, hey, yo, this Holden. You a taxi driver? She said, yeah. I said, can I get a ride? She said, nah. And I said, rotten hell, bitch. I hung up the phone. I said, hey, yo, Siri, call another taxi driver. It called this guy. I think his name was BJ. I said, come on through. I need a ride. He said, my number 102. I said, that's how much money you owe me for the taxi
Objection,
ride.
Your Honor. What is the relevancy of this?
I'm getting there, Your Honor.
Yeah, you know what? I'll hear about it a little longer.
I lost track. Could I go back 5 minutes?
My fucking god.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful day.
Your Honor, please.
We gotta make sure that I gotta know the story. I don't want to lose
That
track.
true, his rights, yo.
It was a beautiful day. I woke up in my stash house on a villa block. I stepped out after grabbing a PCP. I call a motherfucking taxi at the Yellow Pages. This bitch answered the phone. She refuses to come. I call her a bitch, hang up the phone.
Hey, Bobby, you could drop charges at any time, dog.
I'm not dropping any of these charges.
I say to Siri, call another taxi driver.
Hey, you remember the number?
Nah.
You sure?
Nah. This BJ guy picks up the phone, bruh. You know what he say? He can give me a ride since I'm blind.
Who's ImmortalHD?
He said my number 102. I said, that's how much money you owe me for the taxi ride, bruh. And he said, actually, that's how much you owe me. And I said, if I'm going to pay $102, you better ain't come. This charity, I'm blind. He said, nah, dog. I said, yeah, dog. I said $102 or nothing. And he said, how about we roll for it? I said, I bet. How about we roll? If I win, I get 100 grand. If you win, the taxi ride free. He said, sound good. He hung up the phone. He said he was on the way. I started hearing somebody creeping up on me. I think it was a cat. I pull my piece. I start blasting.
You thought it was a cat and you started blasting?
Yeah, turns out it was my pops. He said, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I said, sorry, you were creeping. Pops, can you testify real quick? Was that to the truth? I'm not lying.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you. Then my taxi ride roll up. I start blasting at them because they creeped up on me. Then I apologized. Before we could do the big money roll, the 5-0 showed up. I heard the
Hey,
sirens.
Frank, if you want to leave, you can, by the way.
I heard the siren. I start running at the sirens. Next thing I know, I get shot.
With his gun away.
I didn't have nothing out. I start to hurt real bad. It's hurting real bad. I was trying to find a bullet hole, but unfortunately, as you know, I'm blind. I can't find a bullet hole. I know it's somewhere in my eye, but I can't find out where in particular. I keep running. I hit a wall. I'm like, wait, hold up. Maybe I can blend in and they won't notice me. I stand still. One of the guys from the taxi ride come up to me and he says, "Ee-er, ee-er." And I said, hold up, I'm blending in, bro. Give me a second. He said, it ain't gonna work. Turn around and run. They trying to arrest your fam. I start running. I get tackled to the ground, where I believe Recruit Bobby said, I hate all blind people, and started stomping on my neck.
Your Honor,
damn, bro.
Please. He's just
Your
making
Honor,
he's
this
just
is my
making stuff up
opening
now at this point.
Your Honor, this is my opening statement, and if you remember correctly, it does correlate with what he said in his opening statement about the beach park.
All right, let's keep hearing it.
Thank you, Your Honor. You appreciate blonde people, unlike some. Now, after getting stomped on by Recruit Bobby, also known as Bobby the Blind Hater, that's just what the streets tell me, though. He said, keep resisting, and I'm literally gonna cap your ass. I said, what? I keep running. Next thing I know, a car pull up in front of me. I think my shoulder hit the glass window or something. I was like, damn. I start running in the other direction. I got tased, bruh. He goes to put the cuffs on me again, bruh. I slip out. I'm like, fuck it. I'm cornered. He's already said he's gonna murder me and then piss on my grave because I'm blind.
What?
Exactly, bruh. So I reach for my piece. Before I can even get it out my waistband, I get hit in the back. I fall to the ground, bleeding. I start to fade out. Then all of a sudden, the nicest EMS in the world, I forget her name though, show up. She starts helping me. Next thing I know, I'm in the back of the ambulance. I hear my pops and my Uncle Ike. They talking. They talking.
Objection, yo.
Yeah.
He blind. He couldn't like really identify anyone.
But I heard my Uncle Mike, my Uncle Ike, and my pops.
No.
Allegedly.
Right.
It sounded like them.
Got it. Continue.
Next thing I know, the ambulance starts taking off. I'm talking to my Uncle Ike. Me and my Uncle Ike, before I went blind, used to play a lot of Nintendo. So we were talking about Nintendo. You know how it be. You know, Super Mario Strikers, Super Mario Party, Mario 64. You know how it is. We big Nintendo fans, me and Uncle Mike. We used to play Mario Kart all day. Anyway, next thing I know, we crash. I'm in a lot of pain, so I don't run. I'm getting taken out. I get taken a pill box. They rushed me into surgery. This doctor's working on me. She says your complete eye is gone. Completely gone. She said, I don't know, because I'd have to refer to the chart, but I think you're 250%. I think you're 250% blind, bruh. I said, damn. 250%? I started crying. That's when blind asshole hating Bobby rushes in, kicks down the door, slaps the doctor, says, you're taking too long, bitch. Grabs me out the bed before I can even stand up. Starts dragging my ass in cuffs. He's like,
Chang?
I don't give a fuck that I punched your eye out.
Nope.
I don't give a fuck that I punched your eye out. I hate blonde people. I wanted to do it because it was fun, bruh. He continues to drag me out. He says, watch your head if you could see it, blonde piece of shit. And then smashed it into the window of the car and then threw me in. I started crying. Said I need to go back in the hospital. He said, you don't got rights, blind piece of shit.
Damn.
Then he got in the car. He said to me while we was in the car, hey, yo, there a G-Wagon here that looks awfully similar to the one Mike Block stole. And I said, man, I'm blind and I can see that not the car. Then my pop showed up. Then,
allegedly, not me.
Allegedly, my pop showed up.
That was not me.
Then at some point, somehow, I think a Freaky Friday happened. My pops was driving the car.
No.
Or allegedly, because we were having a conversation. We needed to get the handcuffs off my wrists.
Your Honor, can we motion to make the witness a hostile witness at this point?
He ain't a witness, dog. He ain't no one's witness. He just testifying.
Well,
because the defense is objecting to each other at this point. I don't know if he's contradicting, earlier statements or if he's just making stuff up.
I'm
not making stuff up. I'm talking from my side.
He's been all right. You know what? Yeah, I'll make him a hostile witness.
Thank you.
How am I a hostile witness, bro?
Let me ask you this,
yeah.
Mr. Holden.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean that you're a hostile witness? Like, what does that mean he can do?
Does that mean that I'm very angry and I'm very angry?
No. What does that open yourself up to?
What does that open me up to? Does that mean I get free reign to punch people?
No, but I'm saying that it doesn't really matter. Continue.
So I can keep going.
Keep going.
Oh, I bet. Anyways, Your Honor, I lost track. Can I go back 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Alright, so I was in the surgery room. She told me that I was gonna lose my eye, completely damaged. I said, damn. She said, I'd have to check the chart, but you're 250% blind. Then, all of a sudden, blind hater Bobby kicks in the door, slaps the doctor, says, you taking too long, bitch. Then drags me out the bed before I can even stand, dragging my ass through the hospital in handcuffs. Takes me to the car, smashes my skull on the cop window. I said, help, I need medical treatment. He throws me in the car. He says, nah, you ain't got no rights. Then my pop show up, then the
Why did he
Freaky Friday.
say you didn't have any right?
because I'm blind, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
Then my pop showed up. The Freaky Friday happened, which I explained already. Now, me and my pops in the car, the cop car. We driving around. I say to my pops, yo, we need to get these handcuffs off me, dog. He says, yeah, we do, dog. I said, indubitably, dog. So then we start trying to get the handcuffs off me, going up to random people. You know how it be. Then at some point, blonde hater Bob, he says he'll take them off as long as we gets out the car. I think that at that point, my pops got out the whippy whip, aka the copy cop car. Then recruit Bob got in. He drove us to MRPD. I think, because he said it. I don't know, could he confirm? Because I can't see. So I think we was there. He said it in his statement, so I'm going to take his word that we was at MRPD. Now, if I remember correctly, he said, fuck you, blind kid, opened up his door and shut the door real quick. And I kept trying to talk to him, but it became apparent that he wasn't there. It was a really hot day because I was sweating. I was having a hard time breathing in the back of that cop car. I was there for a good 30 minutes. Nah, it felt like 30 days. So probably 2 hours. Now, I almost starved in the back of that cop car, Your Honor. I would like the record to show that. Then, all of a sudden, Bob comes back. I say to him, hey, how you doing? He says, shut the fuck up, blonde kid.
Damn!
Then we drive. We drive some more. My pops had 4 motherfucking hostages. We release every single one of them for a demand. Finally, after I got gagged by the officer because he said I talk too much.
I don't know why I'd ever think that.
Yeah, put a gag in my mouth.
Damn, you really gag him?
Mm-hmm. I would like the record to show I was gagged for at least 30
hold on, Bobby.
minutes.
Did you gag him?
Excuse me?
Did you gag him, bro?
Does any of the stuff here that he's saying even sound remotely believable?
Answer the question, dog. You gagged that motherfucker?
Your Honor, can you use the bathroom before he continues his testimony?
Oh, he gagged him, Your Honor.
I tell you what, answer the question and then we'll go to the bathroom.
Did I gag him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to gag him.
Okay, that's a violation of his rights.
Told you he hates blind people. Right before he put the gag in my mouth.
Say that again?
Strike 3, Your Honor! Strike 3!
Just want to clarify that while we were negotiating for the 4 lives inside of Mike's trunk, Holden kept screaming in my ear, so it kind of left me no choice but to just to gag him so I could hear what Mike is saying.
Man, I don't think that's a lawful form of detainment, dog.
Your Honor, I would like to point out if that were true, he wouldn't have whispered into my ear and said, I'm just gagging you because you're fucking blind.
Okay.
Damn.
And then put the gag
Can I have
in
that
my
bathroom
mouth.
break now?
Yeah, we'll take a 2-minute.
All right, thank
I
you.
might have to reset 10 minutes if we take a bathroom break.
Can we just keep it going and then he could just talk? I'm sure everything here that
I mean,
he's
you
saying
could
is
just
kind-
drop the car. Yeah, I mean, you are on strike 3, dog.
But that wasn't really a gotcha, though.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of admit
that's
it to
kind
it,
of a gotcha a little bit.
I would
dog.
say 0.5 gotcha.
Yeah, half.
Why didn't you ask for the other 17 things that he accused me of doing?
2.5.
Yo, where'd Mike go,
Well,
bro?
because he can say all that shit,
So,
bro.
Your Honor,
What do you mean?
should I
Can he
continue?
can say that as well? He
I'm
can say I
starting to
fucking
forget
gagged
where
him and
I'm
make
at.
that up
I
as
think
well.
I might have to start at the beach house.
Alright,
Let's do that bathroom break.
I'm just going to the bathroom.
Skirt.
All right, Your Honor, where did we leave off? I'm going to try to remember. I bet.
Hey, Mike, don't forget you got your cuff to that table, eh? Your cuff to that table?
Okay, I'll be right back.
I think the judge is peeing right now.
You chewing on some skull in here? Scone? What's
Uh,
that shit, bro?
That's so smushy. Yeah.
Oh, thank God, thank you.
What a big goth.
Bababooey.
All right. So origin of this whole Alex B thing. World of Warcraft stream I did when BFA came out.
Not this phone. They already took that phone.
Oh, it's a new phone?
Yeah, the new phone.
Then it'd be theft if we took it. If he's found guilty, then you have every obligation to take his phone if you want to, because then he'll be in y'all's custody. Right now, he's in the court's custody.
True. Thieving ass motherfuckers.
I'm back, Your
All right.
Honor.
All right, Mr. Holden, continue.
All right, from which part?
I don't remember. Just start at the beach house.
Your Honor, we've heard about the beach house 3 times already. Can we please get to, the rest of the testimony.
All right. So, did we get to the part where the hostages?
Yes.
Ostrich,
We
what?
talked about me gagging you, and that's
Yeah,
what-
Oh,
the
yeah,
gagging.
that's right. We
The
were at the
gagging.
gagging part.
The gag. I got
Yeah.
some questions about that.
Yeah, sure, Your Honor.
What type of gag did he use?
Man, he stuck his fist in my mouth.
Is this true, Bobby?
No, I had like an extra glove. I just, he was in
Oh,
handcuffs.
it felt like a fist. My bad.
I didn't
You
put.
put a glove in this man's mouth?
I did, yes. We had, like I said, we had guns out. Mike had, a judge and 3 other hostages in the trunk. Olin kept saying something about, being blind. And he had already actually bit me multiple times. So I felt that was the best course of action.
Your Honor, he never stated anything about me biting him.
We don't
in
have
his
to keep down
statement.
the record. I just want to sort of give you the thought process as to why I had to gag him.
Yeah, but I mean, it was never mentioned.
What's
in
up,
the
All right, well,
statement.
you're not being charged for biting me.
What type of glove was it?
Probably one of my riding gloves, and probably an extra one, kind of like these.
I can't see them. Can I have the gloves described?
you describe them.
I'm pretty sure you
should try
tasted
to
it.
Put them on, bro.
Yeah, I
Damn.
tasted it, but I couldn't describe.
Hey,
Here.
just like Toretti
Could you
tasted
describe
garbage.
it to me?
Look, you can just feel it. Can you feel it? I'm holding my
Alright,
hand in
tell
front
me
of
where
you.
to where.
In front of you.
Oh, this?
Yes.
All right. So what is this?
It's
Another
a glove.
mitten?
No.
Oh, all right.
It's just
What
a
color is it?
black glove.
All right, bet. Kind of fuzzy.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, your mouth was on it, so I feel like you know what it's like.
Yeah, it felt more leather.
All
to me,
right, Bobby,
dog.
I got your final gotcha. You ready?
Okay.
In this day and age, where you say it's frowned upon to shake hands with people at this current time,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you took a glove that was on your hand and put it in another man's mouth.
Oh!
Oh.
Your Honor, just to be clear, the glove wasn't on my hand. It was in my pockets. It could have been a used glove. It could have been a brand new glove. Really speculation as
Your
to...
Honor, it did taste used. That's
Biological
all I
warfare?
gotta say.
Your Honor, how would he know
nasty,
if it
bro.
tasted used or not?
That against the
I
Geneva
tasted
Convention, yo.
my own gloves in the past
Come on,
after I've
weapons,
been
bro.
wearing them, and they kind of tasted similar, just more warm.
I consider your
Mm.
story there, Holden.
Alright, so after he whispered into my ear that he hates blonde people,
This motherfucker
and then
never
said,
gonna be an
I'm gonna
officer.
gag you because you're blind with a glove, my pops continued to negotiate. Now, I don't remember all the negotiations, but I do remember being let out of cuffs. Now,
Was not me.
allegedly, Pops. Now, I asked Recruit Bobby to help me to the cruiser, at which point he replied, fuck you. And I said, wow, that's fucked up. So I grabbed him and I picked his ass up and tried to hop in the cop car as fast as possible. Now, unfortunately, he a little fat, so I collapsed to the ground with him and my pops drove away. I was standing there. I thought my days were numbered. My pops rolls up. I hop in.
Not me. Don't know who his pop
Now,
is.
me and my dad start cruising.
Nope.
Me and my pops start cruising. Now,
Holy
we
shit.
trying to escape the police. Now, here's the thing. I've been practicing this little trick for a long time. My pops gets real up close to the cop car. Lines up the door with their driver's seat door. Now, I open up the door, jump out, foot first through the side windshield, kick him at the car, and then I take control of the car. We attempted this maneuver twice. Now, after both, I would say, good, valiant effort attempts, we thought, whew, maybe it's time for the final one through the front windshield. Now, luckily, I always wear knee pads under my pants.
Was this the Fast and the Furious part?
Yeah, the Fast and the Furious.
Okay.
Now, I had Siri 911 and told them if they ain't ever seen Fast and Furious, they about to see it. And then at that point, I leaped out, put my foot out, and then I flipped off the car.
Ain't that ghost walking?
I mean, isn't it moonwalking though, bro?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think.
Was that even in the Fast and the Furious?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
Neither do I, but it's my own, my own spin. It's like, a fan film, bro.
You ever watch those YouTube videos where people do that and then like their car hits a telephone pole?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just funny. I like that.
Yeah, I watched that shit before I went blind.
I like how you caught yourself there. All right, continue.
No, I didn't catch myself. You can ask my pops. I've only been blind 3 years, bro.
All right.
Your Honor, how do we really know that he's blind?
That's true.
Oh, here we go again.
Whoa!
Sergeant Bastard and shit before.
Whoa! Your Honor.
I'm just saying we haven't seen
He's on the line.
we haven't had single proof that Holden is in fact blind, other than his own testimony that he himself has contradicted multiple times.
Your Honor, he literally shot my left eye out this morning.
How do we know you ain't blind, you Cyclops bitch?
I'm not. Look at this. This guy can't even see either. I mean, how am I a Cyclops?
You was.
You got the brain levels of one.
Listen,
Once a Cyclops, always a
listen,
Cyclops.
Bobby, to be fair, he has been looking at the back door this whole entire time.
Maybe he's a good actor.
Maybe, but
Why would he pretend to be blind?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe
So he can shoot me daily?
Your Honor, can I make a statement?
Yeah, you have been.
Yeah, I know. Can I make an additional statement
Yeah,
about the statement?
yeah.
I bet. Hold up. So when the doctor said
Thanks, Feta.
that
Thank you.
he shot my eye out, she said you weren't using them eyes to begin with because I'm blind, therefore confirming by a doctor I'm blind.
You know
Well,
what?
there you go, dog.
I want to bring Dr. Choi down here. Is Dr. Choi around?
No, I think she had an
I don't.
emergency.
Yeah,
yo.
she had an emergency, so I don't think she is.
Alright.
That's what she
let's
said,
continue
Lee. I don't know.
That's what she said though, and he heard it. But
I mean, I don't know if Dr. Choi
as
wants to
per
be down here because
usual-
you know, they also pointed a gun at her head and forced her to do like.
I didn't
that.
do
They've
none of
also
that.
pointed a gun at literally everyone in the city's head. So
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's
I haven't
true.
pointed one at you, Your Honor.
no, but Mike has,
Yeah, I have.
Oh,
and stole my hat.
damn.
Let's continue.
And stole a
Understood.
bar
Of
license.
Of course, bruh.
Yeah, I forgot about the bar. You were with the bar license too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I stole a bar license, and I stole a gun license.
Yeah, so you did point a gun at his head, dog.
Yeah.
Damn. I think it was a ray gun, to be fair.
All right, continue.
I bet. So after the Fast and Furious maneuver didn't work, I heard a car pull up to me. Now, me and my pops, you know, I could, you know how cars when they pull up, they're like, you know that sound? You know what sound I'm talking about? The little
Huh?
sound.
No, I don't. No idea.
Car
It's kind of
brakes?
like, yeah, the brakes.
Okay.
That's what
Oh.
I'm talking about. The brickety brakes.
They go like eat her.
Yeah, kind of.
Did a great
Like,
job, bro.
skirt. Yeah, bruh. You know how it be. Now, I heard the brakes, and I was like, oh, shit, my pop's here. I hop in the car. Of course, naturally, recruit Bob, he goes, get out of my car, you blonde asshole. Oh, wait, let me put these cuffs on you. I pull a gun on his ass. I pointed at his skull. I pressed the metal up against his skull. Now, I asked for the keys nicely. He doesn't hand them over. I keep asking. About 1.5 hours go by. And I started to realize he ain't there. I think he ran away. So I scoot over. Now, one thing I learned about the streets is if you take one wire and then you take the other wire and you just start punching them together, they start to make like this little tss, tss. I use 9 out of 10 times I get electrocuted, but that
Objection, Your
one
Honor. Are we
time,
really to believe that a blind man managed to hotwire a police vehicle?
Your Honor, he said I did in his fucking testimony, bro.
He did say that.
Bobby, are you trying to point out that people with disabilities can't do things that normal people can?
He is blind, Your Honor. I'm not saying
Your
that he
Honor,
didn't
I'd
do
like
it.
to
I'm just
highlight that he
wondering.
said a fucking blind man.
Unbelievable, sir. Shame on you.
Listen,
Your Honor.
it's 2020, Bobby. Everybody gets
2020.
a trophy. Let's
Thank
go.
you.
God damn.
All I'm trying to point out is that maybe he is faking a disability to get some sort of empathy from the court system. That's
Are
all
you
I'm trying to
serious?
say.
Oh!
Well, let me.
That's a slander.
I got a question, Mr. Holden.
That's fucked up,
I've been your
Uh-huh.
judge a few times, correct?
Yeah,
When has ever been blind been an advantage for you in my courtroom?
never. Your
Bobby,
Honor,
I'm gonna
I'd actually
blind
like
you,
to
dog.
point out. I'd actually like to point out it was in this very courtroom with you as my judge that Mr. Sergeant Sam Bass stood up on that very, I don't know where he stood, but somewhere in the courtroom, and he said, "How many fingers am I holding up?" At which I replied, "How could I tell I'm blind?" You were there
True.
for it,
He tried to
So-
got you. He tried to got you.
and I couldn't tell.
Couldn't tell. I
So
think he was flipping you the bird.
yeah, wouldn't put it past that blonde asshole.
Let's continue.
I'm gonna blind you, Bobby, you bitch. See how you like it, bro.
Anyway, my pops did teach
The
me how to
suspect has
hotwire
also just
cars.
threatened me in the courtroom as well.
Hell yeah, I did. And I'm
Hey,
gonna
yo,
do
I'm
it too.
Point
starting
on
to
record.
forget what point I'm at in the story. Should I go back to the beach
Wait,
house?
is he actually
What-
blind?
When you say blind, Mike, what do you mean by like?
I'm gonna find a chemical that blinds him for exactly 12 hours. So he know what it like.
I think that shit they do at the elastics. Doesn't that do it?
Oh, I'll look into it.
Yeah, look into that. All right, continue.
At what part?
I think we were at the gagging.
No, we're very far past the gagging.
Oh, we were at the beach day.
No,
The beach house,
we're
right?
way past the beach house. You helped incriminate your father with...
Oh, the wires. The wires. That's right. Now, my pops have taught me how to wire a car a few times. I knew how to do it before I was blind, being raised on the streets and all. And naturally, I smashed them together. Now, like I said, 9 out of 10 times, I get fucking electrocuted, bruh. Now,
but
that 10th, and luckily for me, it was lucky number 10, dog. I put my foot on the gas pedal, or I thought it was. I think it was the brake pedal, because I started going in reverse. And then I started going forward.
I don't think the brake pedal takes you in reverse.
I think it does.
I'm pretty sure it brakes you.
Is that how it works?
Oh, Bobby, you're in a car all day. Can you confirm that?
The brake pedal does in fact not put you in reverse.
You about to be in a wheelchair all day, motherfucker.
Huh. So maybe I'm misremembering, Your Honor. But anyway, the
hey, hold on. I'm pretty sure it is the brake pedal.
Yeah, I thought so.
Can we go out to the car
Can
and
we get a
check?
car expert?
Can we get a mechanic in here?
Your Honor, this has no relevancy to what is being talked about here. They're not being charged with going in reverse.
They're experts.
It might. You did charge me with
Hey, yo, which
joyriding.
car company makes the cars for the cops?
Let's go out to the car and take a look.
Is it Nizajimi?
Your Honor, I
What's the car
really
company?
would not recommend that. I'm sure there's probably people posted outside waiting to break
Wait,
it.
Let's get a
hold up.
car in here.
I know a homie back from MIT who had a degree in cars. Could I call him?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's major
His
was in
name Gibby.
cars.
Yeah, let's get a car expert in here.
Again, Your Honor, what is the
Right.
relevancy of whether
Your
or not
Honor,
the
can I
brake
borrow her
pedal
phone so
puts
I
the
can
car
call
into
Gibby?
reverse or
Your
forward?
Honor, the scope of cars has came up multiple times. Bobby opened that scope in his original statement.
How did I open that scope in my original
He
statement?
mentioned cars.
Exactly, Your Honor.
They're being charged with stealing cars. Again, they're not being charged
Well,
with whether or
that's a
not they
car.
can operate the car in
Yes.
forward or reverse.
Is joyriding, does that not have to do with operating the car?
I could get the CEO of Bad Boy Customs in here for you.
Yeah, that
They're
sounds
pretty
good.
Your Honor, I've been dealing with this situation for
Why are they naming
roughly
themselves
6
Bad Boy?
hours.
What are they, 6?
Surely we don't need to bring
I don't
any
know.
more people in here.
She took over, but she
Listen,
didn't.
Bobby, you can just drop the charges, yo.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
for real.
they're filibustering you there, Bobby.
Yo, for real, you
I
could just drop the
Well,
charges.
Your Honor, I feel like they're getting a little help from the court system. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, the court. Look, the court system has every obligation to protect their rights, and they have the right to filibuster.
That's right.
It's a
And you don't
strategy.
have the right.
They have the right to
gag someone with
filibuster a
glove.
courtroom.
Sure, they're
Yeah,
giving a statement.
it ain't against. It's very common,
Man,
yo.
I'll filibuster whenever I want.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, Your Honor. I've been in multiple
I'm gonna
different court
fill your
cases with you as a
busta
judge, and
ass
I've
with
never
lead.
seen so much leniency given to two suspects before. So
No,
much
you
so as
see-
to get a car expert to testify whether or not a brake pedal puts the car in reverse. Please, Your
Well,
Honor.
maybe that's because
Look,
he feels
look,
bad
look,
because
We
he
need the CEO
violated
of
his
Bad Boys
rights.
Customs to come in here and explain what a brake pedal does.
Listen, obviously,
I
you've
need
never
that,
seen me do a
yes.
case with the chain gang because they're a lot more lenient. Now, let me.
Well, that's why I want to go outside because I'm afraid they're posted up out there waiting.
Well,
Why
that
would
means
you
you're
think
safer
that?
in here.
Because you
Hold
literally
up,
started,
hold up,
you came into this
hold up.
courtroom saying that Mr. Chang was going to bust you out, and that's why you were on the phone.
Your
Those was
Honor,
rap lyrics.
Your Honor, I am the right hand to the Chang Gang. El Patron Mario is my boss. If you want, I can call him and just have this whole thing called off.
Wait, so you do have something called up?
No, I don't. But if
No,
allegedly,
no.
you'd have to ask my pops about that one.
No, there ain't nothing.
But
Listen,
if
Your Honor,
there
I'd like to
was
remind you
one-
last time Mr. Chang was in this courtroom, he blew up the entire police department outside of the courtroom
Your
stairs.
Honor,
I
Cadet
doubt it.
Bobby Smith is showing a pattern of being paranoid, such as gagging a blind man with a glove,
Listen,
and also shooting a blind man that's just running at him.
Bobby, what
Yes,
does
Your
it
Honor.
hurt to have somebody from Bad Boy Customs come here?
Because I just don't feel like we're gonna get anywhere.
It's
We've been,
necessary.
Well, how will you know?
we've had Holden attempt to restart the story with the beach house roughly 4 times. I just don't see the relevancy
I'm
of
not
having
attempting to
someone
restart
from
it.
Bad
I'm
Boy
just making
Customs
sure
here
it's known.
take up
We
the
just
court's
trying to be
time
thorough.
and take up the court taxpayers' money to explain what a brake
Here's
pedal
the
does.
problem we
I
have.
don't pay
He's
taxes.
not being charged with using a brake pedal. None of this is relevant to the charges.
I mean, they're claiming that a brake pedal goes reverse. You're claiming that it doesn't. We have to get to the bottom of this.
If I claim that it does,
I
if I
agree,
claim that
yo.
it does, can we move on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, sure. A brake pedal puts the car in reverse.
All right.
All right, that's all I needed.
All right.
Now, where were we? At the beach house?
We were at the brake pedal and you pushing the brake pedal and reversing the charger that you stole.
Oh, all right.
Yana, I would
Anyways.
just like to point out that he told him to stop, and that caused him to hit the brake pedal, which did put the car in reverse, as Bobby just stated.
So you're saying the only reason the car moved is because he said hit stop.
Because
so
he
we hit
said
the
to
brake.
stop. So this whole thing is entrapment.
Exactly.
Yeah,
baby.
true.
Your
Yeah,
Honor,
true.
Your Honor, I was
getting there.
nowhere near the car when he
Your
was
Honor,
messing with
Just
it.
because I didn't feel him doesn't mean he wasn't near.
I never
because
gave him
I
any.
heard
I
him
never
say,
gave
put
him
that
any
car in
verbal
reverse.
orders.
"Stop, you blonde asshole!" I heard it.
However, he did
Yup.
he did put a car into reverse, I think, and I don't know how. I don't know if he had some type of premonition that was there to run me over, which is partially why I don't really believe that he is in fact blind. But if he's saying that the brake
Were you
pedal put the car in
standing behind
reverse,
the
then maybe
car?
that's a. I was running after the car once I realized what you were doing with it,
And did you run into it?
only because it was reversing.
So then, how is that my fault? You ran
You
into
told
it.
him to stop.
You told me to stop. Therefore, I tried to stop, and
You told him to put
Shit
it in
happens.
reverse.
exactly.
Even if that was the case, again,
Your Honor, I think this truly is a case of entrapment. He asked me to put the car in reverse and then ran into the fucking car, dog.
What he said.
What is entrapment there, Holden?
Entrapment is like when you put something in a trap and then you get trapped, dog.
I mean, he's kind of right. Kind of. It's missing some pieces, but he kind of right, yo.
Yeah, it's missing some pieces. Maybe those pieces are in the trap. Let's continue with your story there, Holden.
I bet. Where were we?
I think we're at the gag.
no, we're at the
Alright,
brake
so-
pedal. That's way
Oh,
after the
brake
gag.
pedal, the brake pedal. My bad. Anyway, dog. So I put the car.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
What happened at the beach house?
Oh, so I woke up at the Bill block. My stash at-
No. We're at the brake pedal with the charger that you stole once we gave the 4 suspects, or once we had the suspects
Oh,
back in
that's a
custody.
good point, Bobby. The charges. What are they?
Oh yeah. What are the charges?
What are the charges?
I never got
Your
my
Honor-
Braille copy.
Your Honor, I've emailed both of the
I've never
these
got my
suspects
Braille
here the
copy.
charges.
I don't
We've
even have
gone
a
over
phone
the
on me,
charges.
so I've never received the email.
Holden, I literally read you your charges and you pled to all.
Oh,
of
that's
them.
true. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I didn't get a Braille copy. You know how it be.
Yeah,
That's true.
we're not obligated to give you a Braille copy.
You
Oh,
only got
I'm
a 3D
sorry, Your
printer,
Honor.
yo?
No, money's tight.
Damn.
We had to do a lot of defunding.
All right, so where we at in the story?
Ain't y'all just order a shipment of 5,000 heavy pistols,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't afford a Braille printer for the disabled?
Well, that's the way that the government works.
Damn.
I feel like Recruit Bobby had some say in that because he hates blind people.
I just-
Oh, you hate
That's
blind
true.
people?
no, I don't hate blind people.
Then why
Do you
would he be
hate-
saying it all
Wait,
day?
wait. Do you hate people that pretend like they're blind?
Yes.
And
Oh,
you
he
think
just showed-
You think he's pretending?
Well, now I do based off his testimony.
I see. Yeah, I think we found. I should be like a psychologist instead of a judge. I got to the root.
Yeah,
of
you
the
might be
problem.
getting to the bottom of something.
Are you looking to quit, Your Honor, to become a psychologist?
Nah, it's shitty pay. I like to
So-
pay for a judge.
Now you think he's pretending.
Maybe you think he's pretending, right?
Currently I'm 50-50 on it, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Alright,
Your
hold
Honor, he is
Continue.
basing the hate me off of a 50-50 judgment, and he's been hating me since the beach house. Now, if you need me to go back to the
Your
beach
Honor,
house,
I clearly said now. Now I do. Before I did not.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I dog bet. So anyway, where were we? The brake pedal?
Yes, the brake pedal put the
Look.
car in reverse.
Alright,
and-
so I
and
put the
knocked me
car
off my feet.
in the reverse.
This is the only content I get. I think we're at the gag.
Your Honor,
Alright.
What's that?
we discussed the gag. I had to publicly admit to putting the gag, and that somehow had more focus than the 4 victims that were inside of Mike's trunk. Was the fucking gag I put in his mouth after Holden had already bit me 2 times at this point.
We were at the pedal.
Oh, the pedal, like the flower pedal at the beach house, or the gas pedal?
The pedal that goes in reverse when you hit it.
Oh, I dog. So I put the car in reverse. I thought like I ran over a cat or something. I think it was Bobby though. He said it was him. So then I started going forward. I slammed on that bitch, bro. Next thing I know, I hit like a wall or a fence or something.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, dog.
Yes.
Oh, objection. Facts, not evidence, dog. On
What
Bobby.
fact's that?
He's talking about biting. He never mentioned that, yo.
True.
Again, they're not being charged with it. Not being charged with biting me. I'm just putting it on the record
Then
for
I
my
don't
own
think you
sake.
should be able
If
to
he's
speak
gonna,
about it.
why can I not speak about it if you're gonna provide your own facts?
Nah,
Yeah, but they're relevant to the case.
It don't have anything
I
to
mean,
do with you charging us,
Bobby,
but
in
you
your
present
testimony,
it.
you had every opportunity to discuss your own facts.
So
Now
I
it's
can't
your turn.
combat something that gets brought up.
Sure, when you get to the questioning, you get to ask him some questions when he finishes his statement in 6
So
Okay,
can we
great.
get all
But for now, facts, not evidence.
exactly.
yo.
Can we get all accounts of biting stricken from the record?
Sure.
Stricken
Your
from
Honor,
the
even if it
braille.
gets stricken from the record, I'm still gonna bring it up in my opening
Could
questioning.
it get stricken from the braille and the record, please?
Only from the braille.
Damn.
Oh yeah, we still on opening statements.
Yeah, bro.
We still got a whole court case to go.
Yeah, we'll get to the
Yeah.
question in about 6 hours.
I
Let's
got
continue.
10 witnesses.
Alright, so
What?
I
Your
hit
Honor,
a wall or
Your
something.
Honor, he just declared
Your
that he
Honor,
had 10
should I go back
witnesses.
to the beach?
Yeah.
These witnesses
go
were
back to
never
the
called
beach house?
forward. You can't just add witnesses in the
We
middle
ain't,
of opening
we
testimony.
ain't at that part yet.
Well, you enter your witnesses in with your evidence.
Yeah, and that was at the beginning of this trial.
He got you there, Mike.
Oh, but hold up. Everyone runs bench trials differently.
That's true, but you know me, I'll always run mine the same, which is evidence and witnesses first.
True.
And
Alright.
that's worked in your advantage if you've remembered.
That's true. Hey, Holden, go
Alright.
back to the beach house.
Alright, so we were at the beach house, dog.
Your Honor, please. I need
I
to
would
get back
like-
and do my job at some point tonight.
I mean, to be fair, at this point, I think I've even forgotten about the beach house.
Me too, dog.
But let's start with the break.
Alright. So, the break. I thought I ran over a cat when the car was in reverse. It turned out to be Bobby. He said it was him at least. Then I put the car forwards.
Wait,
Next-
was the cat named Bobby?
It might have been.
All right, so you ran over a
Was-
cat.
Was this the
Maybe.
same cat from the beach house?
Uh-huh. Now you get where
Uh-huh.
I'm going.
Okay.
Your Honor, I thought that
I'll
the
get back
cat at
to
the
this
beach house
later.
was his dad, and
Well,
they,
it ended
they-
up being his dad, but he thought it was the cat.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Just like I thought it was a cat I ran over and it ended up being Bobby.
So instead of being his dad this time, it was you.
It was you, dog.
Uh-huh.
correct.
So,
So-
the cat's still MIA.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the relevancy of the cat, Your Honor?
The relevancy of the cat is I believe it was a police issued cat
Oh,
that was used to help
Objection. The
entrap
police
me.
force has never
my
used
God.
cats to
What the hell,
entrap
bro?
anybody.
that we know
we don't
of.
use animals to entrap.
that we
suspects.
know of.
So you're admitting to entrapment, but just not with animals.
Exactly. Your
What
Honor.
I'm saying is animals have never been used in entrapment, to my knowledge.
But
I
the entrapment
believe-
itself has happened.
I believe we need a cat expert.
Your Honor, we're not here to investigate the police department. We're here to talk about these
Well,
charges.
they made claims of entrapment in this court case.
They made speculative claims of entrapment, which you yourself have already discussed.
I did, but now you're admitting that entrapment does happen.
I think we
I'm
need a cat
talking on the subject
expert.
of animals and entrapment, both of which, to my knowledge, have never happened in the police department.
Y'all entrap animals?
Until today, baby.
That may be a question for the park rangers department, Your Honor.
Okay, let's continue.
Your Honor, I would like a cat expert summoned to the courtroom.
I don't know of any cat experts.
Your Honor,
I know
Your Honor, what
one.
would be the relevancy of the cat expert?
I
For
have
this
I have a friend
pending
named
case-
Gibby. He has a master's degree in pussy, so I would like to summon him.
Your Honor, how can a person have a master's degree in automotive and pussy at the same time? Is it
He
the same
went to
person he
MIT
claimed?
for two different terms.
The same person's claim
Just
is
give up.
from
You'll be
MIT.
in this
Actually,
for
I can
hours.
explain that one. I'm educated in that. It's because cars get pussy, so there's one in hand, one and one together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Plus, He's graduated 3 different times.
I'd like
so.
to highlight that Bobby don't know nothing about getting no play, dog.
Okay.
True.
I want that stricken from the record, please.
We'll strike it from the record for now.
Thank you.
For now.
Only in Braille, Your Honor.
Holden, let's continue with the story. I believe we were
Alright.
with the breaks.
Alright. So, naturally, when Bobby said, "Stop, you blind asshole," I slammed my foot on the brake pedal.
Wait, did he say stop or stop being blind?
I think of both, actually.
Damn.
So then I slammed my foot on the brake pedal, naturally sending us in reverse. I hit a cat, which may or may not have been Bobby. We haven't gotten the cat expert yet. Then I went forward. Alright. Now, once a car goes moving forward, I said to myself, there's a pretty good chance we on the highway, so I'm gonna just keep it straight. 5 seconds later, I hit a wall. It was apparent we weren't on the highway. Might have been a fence. I don't really remember, to be honest. And I can't see, so it wouldn't matter if I remembered. So then I flew out the windshield, bruh. I started running. I hit a wall. I put my hand up against a wall. I start running along the wall. I hit another wall. I start running along that wall. Next thing I know, I'm in the open. I hear a siren. Now, at this point, I run to the car where the sirens are coming from. I hear the sirens to my right. I pull out my piece. I say, "Let me hear some hands." The cops don't say nothing in the car. I say, "You got 3 motherfucking seconds."
Hold on, objection, Your Honor. Can we have
After 3 seconds pass,
Wait, there's an objection here.
Can he repeat the last, like, 3 sentences that he just said?
Yeah, of
So we
course.
can have
I'll
it
do
clear
that
for the
you.
record.
But he do use run-on sentences.
I will give you, I'll give you that kindness. It was a beautiful day. I woke up at the beach
No,
house.
you're the 3 sentences, the last 3 sentences.
Like my pop said, I use run-ons.
He wanted this, Your Honor.
He asked for this, Your Honor.
He
I think
wanted
it's
this.
unnecessary.
Were you warned beforehand, Bobby?
Say that again.
Were you warned beforehand?
Warned about what?
I don't know. They said you wanted this.
What exactly did I want?
He requested him to go back 3 sentences.
Okay, well, if it's a run-on sentence, then my objection will be void. So can I just retract what I said so we don't have to go back to the beach house?
Your Honor, I feel like it's now
the judge
important.
needs to rule on it.
Yo, what happened at the beach house?
I feel like it's
Let the
important
judge do his job.
that we
yo.
go back 3 sentences now.
I'm not sure what you were speaking about, and so nothing caught my ears, so I'm gonna let it continue where we're going. I'll let it retract.
All right, so we were at the gag, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So this guy whispers in my ear, "Fuck you, you blonde piece of shit," shoves a glove in my mouth. I thought it was his fist.
We're way past that. You're at the car crash part.
Oh, we had the car crash. You should have said something, Bobby.
Okay.
God damn. Making me waste my breath and stuff. Maybe, Your Honor, I would like him to waste his breath or him making me waste my breath.
I think you both have been. Let's continue.
I bet. So, at the car crash, I start running along the wall. I feel it, on my hand. I start running on the wall. Then I hit another wall. So I put my hand on that wall and start running along that wall. Then I don't feel nothing. So I start running in that direction. I feel nothing. I hear the sirens. They're pretty loud. I roll up on them. I say, "Hey, yo, this Holden. Let me hear some motherfucking hands, bro," as I pull out the gun. The cops don't say nothing. Not a single word. I say,
Damn.
You got 5 motherfucking seconds or else you getting iced, bruh. 5, 4, 6, 2, 3, 5, 1. You want me to count out the whole thing, Your Honor, or?
I think we got the gist of it.
I bet. So then I pull the motherfucking trigger. I shoot about 9 motherfucking times at those cops in that cop car. I say, "Get fucked." I keep running and running and running till my leggies hurt, bruh. Until I rest. And then I call my pops. I said, "Hey, yo, Siri, call my motherfucking pops." Then my pops picked up. I had Siri ping him.
Oh fuck.
He coming through. So I'm chilling. I'm doing a little dance. You know how it be. Straight gangster shit.
I don't know who showed up. I ain't have my phone all day, yo.
Yeah, it was my pops. So
No,
then,
sure wasn't.
so then I'm chilling there and Miss Copper show up.
You are the best for
Miss
running
Copper
with us
talking
all
to
day.
me. There's some guy named Ferretti, and then there's
Yeah,
Recruit
thank
Bob.
you, and thank you so much.
Miss Copper, she keeps talking to me, nice and respectful. She a nice lady. Every second, Recruit Bobby chimes in, fuck you, blind asshole, fuck you, blind asshole, fuck you, blind asshole. I could go on, but honestly, I'd cry. So, while I'm dancing, I hear another car roll up. Now, I don't know why, but I just start hearing shots. Now,
Damn.
I'm scared for my life at that point, and me and my pops developed a system after I became blind. Now, for about 2 weeks of being blind, we roll up on motherfucker, and if I start hearing shots, I just spin in circles, pulling the
Cock
trigger.
gravy.
Now, we came up with this system
Nice, dude.
where if I hear gunshots, to shoot at the gunshots. Now, I've shot my pops in the past because of this, but I started hearing gunshots. They were kind of in front of me. So I pull my fucking gat, and I start blasting. At that point, I get shot down. Now,
Damn.
I believe Recruit Bobby said I took down Miss Copper. She a nice lady, though. But I just wanted him to know that the only reason I even shot is because I heard the shots. You know what I'm saying, Your Honor? So I think that's another case of entrapment. Anyway, as I'm lying there, I was hurting. I was leaking. Miss Copper said it would be nice if I had a mother figure in my life. She starts talking to me. She starts being really nice. Now, she put these little cardboards in my gun wounds with little, I think she said they were little tassels on the end of them. She said I could be a cheerleader. So I start shaking around on the ground. Being a cheerleader and stuff. You know how it be, Your Honor. Straight gangster shit, bruh. So at that point, this motherfucker, aka blind asshole hating Recruit Bobby, he starts poking around my wounds, starts punching my wounds, saying that's for being blind, and that's for being blind, and that, guess what, for being blind. I start screaming out in pain. Miss Copper says, you don't have to be so mean, Recruit asshole blind Bobby. Your Honor, I keep hearing these beeps. Where are we at? Are we at the beach house?
Nah, I think that's probably just chain gang.
Oh, I bet. So then, after beating up my wounds and shit, bruh, he started insulting me some more. Then, all of a sudden, I start hearing more shots. Now, I don't know what the fuck happening. Your Honor, I'm gonna speed it up for the sake of you, Your Honor. Long story short, my pops was there with a hostage. Now, he released a hostage, or at least I think so, and they put me in his car. Now, I'm leaking in the car with my pops. We start driving. My pop said something about the guy beating up the officers, and we both said, man, that got crazy. Now, we drive to the hospital, at which point the doctor, I forget her name, I think her name was Chow, started saying how, fuck you, you drove a cop's car, fuck you. I'm leaking in the car. I'm in a lot of pain, dog. So, naturally, to help his in-pain son, my pops held her up. Now, she starts working on me. My pop starts making demands. I think there was something about dressing up as a maid. I don't remember, bruh. Now, I start getting treated. Now, I'm done getting treated. I start going forward. We start leaving the hospital. Right before we left, it's hard to say his name because of how much pain he's caused me. blind hater Bobby
Oh my god.
tried to trip me. Luckily, I felt his presence and moved out of the way. And after doing so, he said,
Your Honor,
fuck you, blindy.
He just admitted to feeling my presence. Like he's some type of fucking superhero.
I mean,
Bobby, if you're sitting there,
I'm sorry, I could believe that he could hear something, but he's talking about like a premonition where he could feel somebody's presence.
yeah, so?
Bobby,
Haven't you heard that Flyleaf
Can
song?
I explain it, Your Honor? Before
go ahead.
All right, I heard him walk up. That's all it was. I heard his footsteps, bro.
You heard my, because I sound differently from the way everyone else
Well, you
walks.
have steel-toed boots, bro.
Okay.
So, naturally, they sound pretty heavy.
Did you smell anything?
It's crazy to me that he can, you know, identify somebody from their footsteps, but not a cat from a person.
Maybe he smelled the glove in your back pocket since he tasted it.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know
Where
much
were
about
we
being
at,
blind.
Your Honor?
The brakes?
No, no. You already said you're gonna speed it up. You're at the pillbox. I, quote unquote, allegedly tripped you because you felt my presence. Whatever the fuck you were trying to say.
So the cat started creeping up on me. So naturally, I started blasting.
Dude. You know, I have maybe like 45 minutes of this before we have to like take a day 2 for this trial.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea too.
To which I would motion that they both go to Bolingbrook for the 9s until tomorrow.
That is how that works.
That is fine by me.
No, not fine by me.
Oh, I just want a fair trial, Your Honor.
Yeah, that don't sound very, very fair, Bobby.
How is that not fair?
What's wrong?
What do you mean what's wrong?
Why you think you can just throw us in prison?
Well, because you've over 200 something months of charges that you're being accused of.
Right.
And it pretty much holds you for an indefinite amount of time.
Right.
In Bolingbrook until you're either found guilty or innocent.
Well, that's what we here for, dog.
Okay, but can we like maybe not keep going back to the beach house because we're gonna be here for a very long time?
Your Honor, is he requesting me to go back or what?
I don't think he said anything about a beach house.
He said I heard a cat and I started blasting. That's literally how the beach house story started.
Which cat? Because there's 2 cats.
There's 2 cats.
There's the cat at the beach house that was you, and there's the cat that he thought ran over, or he thought he ran over, which was me at Elysian Fields Freeway.
Huh.
Why are you pretending to be a cat?
I think Recruit Bobby, who hates blind people, is also a furry. God damn.
I think he a furry.
Damn.
Bobby, you a furry?
I'm not a furry, Your Honor.
Okay, let's continue with the story there, Holden.
Which part?
The part where what was the part, Bobby?
We're at
Which
the
part, Bobby?
we're at
You
the part
expert.
where I allegedly tried to trip him because he's blind, and he felt my presence and was able to skillfully dodge it.
That part.
Oh, that part? Yeah. So I felt his presence and I tried to side shuffle, and I think I managed to because I didn't trip. And he said, "I'll get you another day, you blind asshole." And I could feel like you know, you ever hear the wind, bruh? You know what I'm talking about, Your Honor?
You know
when
can hear wind?
Yeah, when the wind goes really fast, bruh. Well, I felt that coming from the direction of him, like he was angrily shaking his fist, like "I'll get you next time, blind asshole." Just would like that to be motion to be double heard. He hates people that much, he'd shake his fist.
Yeah, okay.
I bet. So then we get in the car. Now, me and my pops, we cruising, you know, straight thugging, you know, crack-a-lacking, cruising. You know how it be, right? Chilling, vibing, grilling.
Were you just hanging out?
Hanging out.
Yeah, got it.
Chilling. The cops was following us. You know how it be. You know?
Your Honor, for the record, they weren't hanging out. They were recklessly evading pretty much
How do you know what
5
me and my
different police
pops
cop
do in our
cars.
own time?
Duly noted there, Bobby. I understand.
Your Honor, I would like to also have it duly noted. How does Bobby know how me and my dad spend time together?
Bobby the same
Now-
guy, he knows that you're not blind, allegedly.
Now,
Well, he's
I
over here
think
fucking feeling presences, calling himself, you know, a daredevil.
because
I,
I'm
I think
good at
there's a good argument against it, but we're not here for
did
that.
it.
Macaulay Culkin's still alive.
Macaulay Culkin did it in that movie where Bruce Wayne is a ghost.
Sixth Sense.
Right.
But didn't he
That
see?
wasn't Macaulay
Missed
Culkin.
Bobby.
Yeah, Macaulay Culkin and Bruce Wayne.
That was Bruce Willis.
What is you talking about?
You know the little
it's
kid
Bruce
that,
Willis.
that saw the ghost or whatever, or what? He ended up getting really fat.
Yeah, he's
Got
really
fat.
chubby now.
Yeah. Let's continue with the story.
All right.
which part?
You and your pops were chilling while 5 police
Wait,
cars.
Bruce Wayne is chubby now?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Damn.
No,
Damn.
We're at the part where what was it, the presents?
Hey, we was at the part where let's see, Holden was 8 years old and he's talking to a priest in a church about these ghosts he can see.
No, that was the movie The Sixth Sense.
Oh shit.
Oh,
what am I
shit.
thinking of?
Oh, Pop. Okay, we were at the part where my dad was teaching me how to fly the blimp at MIT. He was the captain. I was the junior captain.
why do
I
you have
was in
such a
my
large
sophomore year.
association with MIT?
'Cause I went
That's
there.
our
It's my-
alumni, dog.
Yeah, it's my alma mater, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
for the record, we're at the
Now,
part.
we obviously we know Bobby didn't go to college because he don't talks about it or nothing. But we
'Cause he a
proud
cop.
college grads.
Bobby, did you go to college?
Right.
I don't. Yeah, I went to college. I went to. Criminal.
What, for being a bitch?
Where you go to
I
college?
would like that to be
That
noted
was-
on the record.
That was unnecessary there, Mr. Holden.
I will.
Hey,
I will
where
issue
Bobby
an
go to college?
apologize.
Where'd you
Where-
go?
Where Bobby go?
What is the relevancy of where I had my education?
You opened up the scope.
How did I
Yup.
open up the scope?
You brought
You
up
said,
our
yeah, I
education.
went to college. Yup.
How
Just out of
does that
curiosity.
open up the scope to where I went to college?
You asked, bro.
It's not really in the scope. I'm just curious.
No, I could I explain?
I went
why
to
it's in
I went to
scope, Your
Texas
Honor?
A&M.
Okay.
Not even Ivy League.
Not even Ivy League.
Not even Ivy League.
Yeah, because if I went to Ivy League, I'd turn out like YouTube.
Damn.
There's actually some truth behind that. Let's continue.
All right. So, my pops was teaching me how to steer the blimp. He said, "This pedals for
No.
that. This pedals." For...
For the record, we're at the part where you're chilling with your pops after you stole the cruiser, and you had 5
Did I
cops.
steal it or did he steal it?
Well, you just heard it. He said we was chilling, not evading.
Okay. I was I already
Exactly.
describing to the court what you meant by chilling, just to paint context.
How you
Oh,
going to tell
I
us?
go.
How you going to tell
I
us?
go.
Let's continue there, Holden.
I bet. So we were chilling, grilling, thugging, maxing, relaxing, being all cool and stuff,
Kicking
chilling,
it.
you know, grilling, kicking it. You know how it be, father
Chalking it
son
up.
time, chalking it up, jalking it up, frying it up, dyeing it up. You know how it be. Straight thug shit, brush from the street shit, you know. Shooting this shit, killing the shit, robbing the shit, chilling, grilling,
Right.
straight killing, you know,
Maxing.
maxing, relaxing. You know how it be. Spitting
Kicking it.
bars, kicking it.
I wanted for
cooling
the
it.
record that they admitted to killing as part of this.
Yeah, killing
Oh.
time.
Yeah,
Du-
killing time, dog.
duly noted.
Goddamn. Man, who does this guy think he is? Like my whisperer or something? Now, we were at the part where I killed that cat, right? Because he said something about killing?
Nah, we're not
Right.
at that part. We're at the part where you're chilling with your dad and the.
Oh, all right. So we were chilling, grilling, maxing, relaxing, all cool. You know how it be, chilling, grilling, you know, chilling, kicking it, you know, punching it, hanging out, crisscrossing, dripping and drip.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
What?
he's just
Why are
finding
you screaming at the judge?
He's just finding synonyms just to extend this opening statement 10 times longer than it needs to be.
Why
Your
this
Honor, how
motherfucker
is
talking about
killing a
cinnamon?
synonym to dripping? What?
Good point.
Ain't nothing got to do with cinnamon, dog. Why are you bringing it up,
Exactly.
yo?
Who brought up cinnamon?
All right. Hold on.
I didn't even hear him say cinnamon.
Let's get to the substance of the story.
All right. So we was chilling.
That's not
Now,
the substance.
We were trying to escape the police, right?
What a big golf.
Now, next thing I know, pa-chong, 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 pa-chong. They was not trying to knock us all around, get us off the road. We tried to hit the jump. Pa-chong, 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 pa-chong. We couldn't hit the jump.
The fuck is that?
Now, they say, get out to the cars with your hands up. Now, I heard my pops put his hands in the air. Well, I put my hands in the air. We roll out the car. My pop starts running. Eat-er. So I follow. As I go to take a step to follow him, they fucking kill him, bruh. Shoot him down. I'm like, damn.
They killed him?
I heard the gun. I don't know. Pops, you alive?
Mike,
Hey, bro.
Get off your phone.
Hey,
Mike.
we wrapping up opening statements right now.
Mike, get off the phone.
I'm off the phone. Yeah, like 20 more minutes,
I
dog,
will have
probably.
you cuffed, Mike.
Bro, I got you. I'll text you. Chill.
Your order, Your Honor.
Cuff him up.
My bad. I'm off the phone.
Judge's orders.
Your Honor, my bad. It was my mom.
You're in cuff timeout for 2 minutes.
Damn. Okay, damn. Can I at least face you?
I thought I grabbed you, sorry.
You're facing the same way as your son this whole time.
Yeah, but I can see.
Timer starts now, Mr. Block.
All right. Continue there, Holden.
We were at the gagging part, right?
Now we at the part where your pops got blasted with his hand.
Oh, yeah. So they start shooting. I started screaming out, Pops, you there? And I just heard like noises like he was dying. So I started running in the opposite direction of all that. Now, I would like to point out, Your Honor, can I ask you a question about the law?
I can't give you legal advice in your own trial.
I mean, I don't want to fuck up, though. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to do something illegal. You know what I mean?
I can't give you legal advice.
All right, so I'm going to just do it. You tell me if it's wrong, all right?
That's usually how that works.
I bet. So, in Recruit Bobby the Blind Hater's statement, he said he found 2 guns on me. Now, I know that I did not have a gun on me at that time because I threw it under a bridge or something. I don't know. I felt the wall. I chucked that shit. And then the wall ended up, so I figured it's probably either a bridge or the wall gone.
Oh my God.
So I start running. So how did he find a gun on me if I threw it, yo? I'd also like to point out, I smoked meth 5 minutes before I threw that gun.
True.
So,
Holden, are you aware of something called constructive
What?
possession is?
nope.
I didn't think so. You can continue.
All right. Can I get another hit of meth?
Nah.
All right. So then we start running. You know, I keep slipping out the cuffs because they call me the slippery toad. And finally, I get
Who
clonked
called you
over
that?
Dan.
Dan?
Yeah, Chief of Police Dan Faley.
Damn.
I know, right?
Hey, you hear that
So-
shit about Dan, Your Honor?
Yeah, I heard he burned a cross the other day.
Your Honor,
Well,
can you please stick to the subject matter of this trial?
Yeah, we'll stick to the.
Aye,
but we're going to talk about that cross thing later.
I bet. So I got clonked over the head. And the only reason I knew it was, recruit Bobby, aka Blind Hater, is because when he hit me over the head with what I assume was a stick, or it could have been what do those karate masters use?
Oh, sticks?
Yeah, it could have been a stick. So he goes, I hope you die with this single blow from my stick, and then hit me over the head. Now, luckily, I managed to get up and keep running.
Oh my God.
And then at that point, I said, you know what? I surrendered, dog. I put my hands back up. I felt his chest hit my back. I tried to spin around and hit him in the back of his head, at which point I hit him in the head. I didn't feel his body drop to the ground. So I keep running. At which point, he punches me. I hit the ground. And if I remember correctly, he said, rotten hell, blind man. At that point, I was taken to the hospital and I was treated.
Well, there you go.
Now you're
But
here.
they didn't use a pump on my stomach, and they said that the meth effects could last for at least 4 hours.
Okay.
So I
Bobby,
could still be high on meth.
Yeah, Your Honor.
do you have any questions here from Mr. Holden?
Sorry, I'm just contemplating whether I want to take another 3-month seminar in Colorado.
Welcome back to Los Santos, bud.
Yeah, I do have a few questions for Mr. Holden Block.
Okay, go ahead.
Holden, are you blind?
Yes, sir. Been blind 3 years.
Okay. Are you legally blind?
What do you mean?
I'm saying, do you have a doctor's statement
Yeah, of
to your
course, bro.
blindness? Okay.
Mhm.
And you also said that when an officer, or one of the officers, because I believe he was shot by 2 different officers, myself and Officer John Minio.
Yeah.
When you went to the hospital,
Mhm.
the doctor said that you were half blind.
No. What I said is she said I was 250% blind.
Oh my god.
Okay, and what did she mean by 250% blind as opposed to 100%?
Because I
blind?
was fully blind, and then you shot one of my blind eyes out.
Objection. Speculation. Holden is not a doctor.
No, but it is his condition. so think
I
he can
did get
explain
a
it.
hold of Choi if you needed her to come.
Oh
back.
yeah, let's get her in here.
Yeah, let's get Troy to come. I want to find out if he's legally blind. And then we
Yeah,
can
let
get
me
to the bottom of this,
call
Bobby.
her real.
Okay.
Can we get a car expert in here too, dog?
Yeah, and the pussy expert.
We'll just stick with the doctor.
I feel like the car expert a little bit more important than the doctor.
Yeah, but he conceded that.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, the blindness thing is just going towards the charges of whether he understood what he was doing because he could physically see the actions that he was taking versus pretending to see. Both either which can show malice.
Sir, she's picking up
What?
food real quick, so then she'll be right here in a couple.
Oh, we can wait.
We'll continue, and then I'll talk to her later.
I'm saying if he could see and he stole the car and drove in the wrong lane of traffic, I could charge him with something a lot more serious than whatever he was charged with to begin with.
Oh,
Like
I don't
what?
know. You shot out at least one of my eyes today, bro. So can't you tell at least one of my eyes don't work for real?
What could you charge him with?
I don't know, reckless endangerment.
Yeah, but doesn't that fall under the invading umbrella?
I mean, which time, Your Honor? Because it was several different times that he evaded.
Oh.
And honestly, I just like it for the record. If I ever do run into this individual again, I can be confident with what I charge him with.
Okay.
Are you saying you're not confident in these charges?
If he's not blind, then no, I'm not.
Well, I've been legally blind for.
Well,
at
we don't
least
know
2
that.
years, bro.
Yeah. He blind,
What you
dog.
mean?
Throw something at him.
I could
Oh,
throw
yeah,
something
baby.
at you and you could just stand still and get hit in the head with it.
Nah, I want it because I ain't blind.
Right. So, Bobby,
Yes.
continue with your question.
We're getting a doctor down here.
Yeah, but she's on her way. But
She
we
says she's
gotta-
gonna be here from
Sure.
2 to 3 hours from now.
I'm trying to move this along for you while we wait for the doctor. You can go into your question.
Hold on. How long have you known your father?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Well,
My whole goddamn life, Your Honor.
okay. So you could, based on your superb hearing, which you've testified to by being able to hear my
Oh.
footsteps.
I'm extreme here.
Okay. So when you were inside the ambulance, in your opening statement, you said that you heard your father talking outside the ambulance. Now, I would imagine that.
Objection! I get called Jordan Steele all the time.
You know, that's neither here or there. If we went down
And
this
also
road,
Chingy.
we would have thousands of people that sound and look and, you know,
Yeah,
smell like
thousands of people sound different. That makes sense to me, dog.
I mean, for some reason, somebody keeps calling me Judd. I don't know why.
See? So you know.
Okay, but he is your son, right?
I'm all thinking about
and
something.
allegedly he has super hearing.
I never claimed to have super hearing.
Well,
I just have good hearing.
You have much better hearing than an average person, because there's no way that I would be able to tell when, for one, somebody next to me puts their hands up through hearing alone, or when somebody next to me is walking. I would never be able to identify who they are based off their footsteps.
So hold up. You're telling me you've never heard steel-toed boots?
I have
On a
heard
floor.
steel-toed boots, but we have several
Oh,
officers wearing
okay.
different types of steel-toed
Oh,
boots.
all right.
You were able to
I don't believe
pinpoint
so.
me next to you based off of my particular steel-toed boots.
Well, I heard the steel-toed boots, and then I heard you say, "Fuck you, blind man." So yeah, I was pretty apparent it was you.
Okay, but you started off with saying that you felt my presence, to which you articulated that it was in
Uh-huh.
fact my steel-toed boots.
And
So did you hear me? By the way, I never said those things.
oh, so now you're getting to the part that you never said. Your Honor, this sounds like hearsay. And
Well, what you're
this-
saying is hearsay as well.
Nah, this is not hearsay. This is my opening statement, which means it's impossible to.
Okay,
be
well, I'm just
hearsay.
questioning some, holes in your opening
Well,
statement.
I'm saying your questioning is hearsay.
It's not hearsay.
Your Honor, I truly think to answer this question, I would have to start back at the beach house.
Ironically enough, I'm talking to you about at the beach house because that's where you were
Yeah,
inside of
that's
the
what
ambulance.
I'm saying. I think we'd have to start back at the beach house.
And
to-
you
to
you were with your
completely answer this.
okay, you were with your father at the beach house, correct?
So we're
Alright,
both
so
agreeing
was-
to go back to the beach house.
Yes.
Just for this line of questioning specifically that pertains to the beach
All right,
house.
so we both agreeing to go back to the beach.
We don't
now.
need to go over the beach house. I just need you to answer the questions that took place at the beach house.
Of course. It was a beautiful day.
No,
woke
I
up
didn't
in
ask
my
you about the
stash-
day. I never asked you about when you woke up or anything like that. I'm asking you that
I
when
was
you,
at my stash house
yeah,
on the beach.
and we already have that on record, to which we're gonna get a forwarded copy, hopefully.
Oh, look, Choice here.
Hey, look, Troy's here. I
Hey,
forgot
Troy,
to
can you
eat.
come up?
Sure.
Hey, yo, how you doing, doctor? Thank you for fixing my eye.
Where to?
Right there, that's fine. Troy, you still tell the truth, the whole truth, the truth, so help you coil.
I do.
Do you know Mr. Holden?
Yes.
Do you have any medical information on Mr. Holden?
Is Mr. Holden going to allow me to give this information?
He doesn't have to. We're in court.
Pretty sure he still has to.
No, we don't.
Can I just
HIPAA laws
ask-
don't involve. The HIPAA laws are null and void inside of a courtroom. We've been over this numerous times. I don't know what it is with you doctors. I think this HIPAA is this most powerful obscurity, but it's not
Yeah.
as powerful as you think it
Okay,
is.
Troy.
Your Honor, may I
they've done
make
this.
a point?
Troy, they've done this to me in the SOPs before.
Your Honor, may I make a point?
Yeah.
Dr. Troy does not know about the beach house. I think she needs to know.
I don't think she needs to know about the beach house. Dr. Troy,
Alright.
is Mr. Holden
Beach
legally
house?
blind?
Please don't.
Your
ask
Honor,
about
you
don't
see?
ask about the beach house, Troy. Please don't ask about the beach house.
well, he's brought it up, and now I'm
you
curious.
don't.
See, she's
Okay.
asking about the beach house.
Is he legally blind?
He has missing one eye for sure. I know because it was destroyed today. I have not done any. I have not had the opportunity to do testing to see if he's actually fully blind.
There it is,
Hey,
Your
you
Honor.
should do that right now.
Then maybe we should do it right now. If she
We
never
should
done
go
it
down to the
before.
hospital, do it right now,
Is there any
dog.
way you could take him in the back room and do a test to see if he's legally blind?
I mean, he can just lie, but yeah.
I never lied before. Today not gonna
Your Honor,
be
we
the
have it on
first day.
record from the doctor that he could in fact be still lying about his disability.
Yeah, but by her logic, literally everyone that's ever been blind can do the same thing.
Correct.
So it's
All right,
nobody
come
knows.
here.
Can
I'm
you
gonna
help
take your
me? 'Cause
hand.
I don't.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm gonna take him into your
Mhm.
chambers and just beat his ass.
Wait, please don't, bruh. I don't want to get beat.
Bob, you got any questions for Mr. Mike here?
Yeah.
Die.
Mike, did you kidnap 4 people today?
What? You said Michael did.
And have I not been referring to you as Michael several times, even to the capacity where you
I
had to
didn't know who
correct
you
me?
was talking about, dog.
Okay. Were you not at the beach house earlier today?
Huh? That confusing.
Okay, your son testified in his opening statement that you were with him at the beach house.
Yeah, I said I was at the beach house.
Okay. Earlier, you were saying that you weren't because I was referring to you as Michael at the beach house.
Nope. That's not what I said. Objection, Your Honor. He a lying asshole.
What'd you say?
I said I was at the beach house initially, and then he testified that at one point I ran off and they lost sight of me. And he is right. I was there and I ran off, and that's when they did lose sight of me. And then he said Michael returned. So it's some Michael motherfucker that showed up, not me. I only entered the picture again at the hospital putting a gun to Choi's head.
Okay.
Y'all understand?
You initially said that when I pulled up, I was talking about some guy named Michael or some shit.
I didn't
Right?
say that.
Okay. No, I really don't want to go back in the records. The reason I'm
Well,
asking,
we might have to,
the reason
dog.
I'm asking this question is just to verify that this is in fact Mike. There was no other individual named Michael.
Then why'd you say there was?
I've already explained why I said why I've been calling you Michael.
I'm sorry.
Mike.
I hear Holden in my left ear telling the whole story over again.
Oh, to Choi?
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Hey, Mr. Chang.
Your Honor, I feel like this case is dramatically stacked against the police department.
Can we do less storytelling and more blind testing? Okay.
What a big goth.
Cackle.
Bobby the bitch. Bitch Bobby.
What
No,
were you saying about the police there, Bobby?
Hell
yeah, bitch boy Bobby.
Yeah, I'm just observing Mr. Chang
boy.
talking to Mr. Block over here.
Fuck you, bitch ass
the-
Kyle, and
the
everybody
same-
in this fucking courtroom except
Alright,
Mikey little
Shut
bitch.
up, Chang. Get out of here, loser.
Yeah, you can't kick me out if I'm leaving.
I mean, that kind of true.
This is true. What were you saying about the police there, Bobby?
I said I feel like this case is stacked dramatically against the police department currently.
I mean, have you lost?
I don't know. I've lost
See,
my
that's the
mind. I've
problem,
lost
Your
my
Honor.
mind. That's for sure.
That's the problem, Your Honor. This whole thing stemmed from this motherfucker assuming. You know what I mean? This motherfucker, this whole thing started, he showed up on scene and just shot Holden, bruh. He ain't have a gun or nothing. He just assumed. I don't even know. Really, I don't even know why he did that. He just showed up and just shot him.
Right.
He ain't have no gun.
Okay.
Nothing, dog. I
So-
mean, you did.
So Mike, sorry. You're saying
See? He doing it again.
you're saying that you didn't kidnap the 4 people
Nah.
at Legion Square. Okay.
Nope.
You didn't steal the charger and with Holden inside of it once in custody, or the 2 vehicles that you used for your getaways today, including the black and color Banshee. Mike,
Get off your phone, Mike.
My bad. I was whispering. I was answering all those, but I was whispering. Nah, I ain't do that.
you didn't steal a black and color Banshee.
No.
So the person that we arrested inside of the black and color Banshee is not you.
Right. When was that?
That was the. I mean, that was before the hospital and after the hospital.
After the hospital?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you didn't arrest me in a vehicle. You arrested me after you shot me.
Okay, but that was outside of the Banshee, right?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Nope.
You don't.
Was it?
You don't know if you.
I don't know what the vehicle was. Is there pictures of it I could refer to, dog?
Yeah, I could send you the picture. I thought I already sent them to you.
I'm looking at the evidence. I ain't seen no Banshee.
Okay. Your Honor, I think I sent you the evidence, but I think I sent him a different picture.
Oh. Oh. Uh-oh.
What's the conspiracy for?
Which part?
The charge.
Your Honor, strike 3.
The conspiracy.
Didn't send me all the evidence.
The conspiracy is for.
Well, that evidence wasn't very relevant, to be honest with you, Mike.
The conspiracy is for the gentleman that
Still no.
Mike allegedly paid to attack an officer, and I could realistically, you also threatened to bomb the police department instead of custody, but really, I felt like that charge was.
That's not against the law.
Once Mirandized, he threatened to blow up the entire police
Get
department.
it. Mike, I got a question for you.
Specifically for the gentleman that was in the trunk.
Just to update right now that Holden's on the part of the crash in the story.
Oh, all right.
So you were shot with your hands up.
I immediately exited the motherfucking vehicle that was flipped over and on fire with my hands raised. Yes, they said put your hands up or you will be shot. So I put my hands up. I think what they meant to say was put your hands up and you will be shot.
Okay, I get that could be portrayed as bad in a civil case, which would be a good civil case. But how does that
Been watching you
absolve you of
since
the
I
crime?
was a kid, man. Thanks.
Oh no,
for the
I just wanted to
memories
lay
and
that
a great
out
time.
before after
Shout
this
out
trial
to
I
my
take him to
homie
small claims
Carlos.
court.
Okay. Yeah, for the
Immediately after this trial.
for like possessions, not for actions. So it really.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, Your Honor, you gonna be free for small claims court after this?
Yeah, I think I will be.
Oh, I bet.
That's crazy because I may not be available for any courts ever after this, Your Honor.
Oh, all right. Then I guess you'll just have to rule in my favor.
What would the small claims court be? I mean, honestly, I don't know how many opportunities
I
this
wouldn't be allowed
person.
to be the judge on it though.
Oh, all
'Cause I
right.
did the criminal
I think
case.
standing around.
I mean, we're not discussing it right now, but what would have been broken?
Excessive force, dog.
How would that be excessive force? You kidnapped, I don't know, 6 people, stole 2 police cars, almost killed your son. We gave you every single opportunity to turn yourself in.
Right, but were my hands up?
I guess your hands were up, yeah.
So then how can you consider me a threat? A lethal threat, dog? How can you justify using...
So the loophole is you can keep your hands up and still continue to commit crimes? That's the logic here that we're using?
No.
Okay.
But...
Did you not put your hands up and try to get in another vehicle and escape?
No.
Okay. It's crazy.
What I'm saying is that, like, it ain't a loophole. It's just like, how you gonna justify using lethal action on someone
because your criminal has been doing crime all day.
But did I ever fire a gun?
That's not either here or there, honestly.
It absolutely
I don't know
is.
if you fired a gun.
All right, so you just gonna shoot someone and you don't even
You're not
know
being
if they
charged
got
with
a gun?
firing a gun.
Right, but you still shot me, dog.
The second you point a gun at somebody, I mean, you're pretty much signing their,
Okay,
death.
so then did I ever point a gun at anyone?
Yes.
So why didn't you shoot me then?
Because I was afraid if I shot you, you would just shoot them.
So you shoot me when I got my hands up.
If you're already a fleeing suspect at that point, having committed numerous felonies, witnessed by multiple officers, yeah, I actually probably should have shot you the second that you fucking got out of your stupid vehicle.
Look, I'm just saying, dog. I mean, shit. If you comfortable taking someone's life, potentially, who got their hands
You
up,
literally, in fact, I don't know if Dr. Choi can get on stage because I'd like to talk to her about this.
right? Hey, this motherfucker, the chief of police, he keep claiming. I ain't think he is though.
He's at the part with the gag right now.
Oh, all right, he almost wrapped up.
Mike, out of the numerous charges here that I've laid out in my opening statement, which situations were you definitively at, and which situations did you think you were replaced by a mysterious Michael Block?
You said that, not me, dog.
I understand, but you're saying that a Michael Block, in fact, exists after I've numerously laid it out that I've been referring to you as Michael Block. Just because I refer to you as a different name doesn't mean that another entity exists and replaces you with it.
Man, I guess we could just chalk it up to a filing error. Free to go.
Again, so which situations were you concretely at, and which situations were you not?
The beach house.
Okay.
You shot my son for no reason. I ran off.
Okay, and then so who stole the ambulance with,
Michael Block did.
dressed the exact same way and sounded exactly
Right,
like you?
Yeah, Michael Block.
So you're saying there is a Michael Block that dresses like you and sounds
You
like
said
you?
that.
Okay, and so where were you when Michael Block stole the ambulance?
I was chilling, dog.
Okay. So
Hard.
when did you see your son again?
When I went to the hospital, yo.
Okay, did you meet Michael Block at the hospital?
Huh?
Did you meet Michael Block at the hospital?
I don't know who that motherfucker is.
Okay, so describe to me what happened when you got to the hospital.
Oh, so I pull up to the hospital there, and I see motherfucking Holden be working on, right? And motherfucking shit. I put a gun to her head, yo.
Okay, so in his opening statement, Holden talked about how he was in your car and you brought him to the hospital. He said me and Pops, right?
Yeah, he blind though.
Okay, but if you weren't the one that brought him to the hospital, then a Michael Block would have brought him to the hospital, right?
Must have been.
Do you find it concerning at all that your son, who's known you for as long as he's known you, got you confused with another person that looks and sounds exactly like you?
I mean, he blind. I can't really be that hard on him.
What? No,
I said he blind. What you want me to do, bro?
I'm just saying, it doesn't concern you that there's possibly another person that was created, in this courtroom, by the way, that looks and sounds exactly like you, that even your son got him confused with you?
I mean, it kind of concerned him, but what man, fuck I gonna do?
Do you feel like that's even remotely possible that something like that exists?
Yes.
Okay.
Man, motherfuckers run into doppelgangers all the time, yo.
Right. Why did you go to the hospital?
Huh?
Why did you go to the hospital?
Why'd I go to the hospital?
Yeah, you were at the beach and you were chilling all day.
I was looking for my son.
How did you know your son was there?
Last time I saw him, you shot him.
Okay, but that would have been hours.
We're at the break part, by the way.
We're hours afterwards. You went to go check up on your son.
Yeah, surgery lasts hours.
I'd also like to add him with child negligence on these charges.
That ain't against the law.
Who's the child?
Holden Block.
He is 20 years old, yo.
What does that matter? I mean, people in their 20s get adopted all the time.
Yeah,
what?
But the child negligence is for doing it to someone underage, not because they're their kid.
Okay, so if you have a father, are you not their child?
Yes, in a sense
okay.
of a child.
So again, I would like to charge him with child negligence on top of everything else.
Once they become an adult, it doesn't become child negligence, it becomes domestic violence.
Okay, domestic violence.
I don't think we have that charge.
Yeah, that ain't against the law.
Your Honor, knowing that his son was shot by police officers, Mike Block claims to have spent several hours chilling instead of going to the hospital and checking up on him. Surely there's a charge appropriate for it.
That's fucked up, but there isn't really a charge for it.
I mean, what was I gonna do? You already shot him.
There's no charge. This is what's wrong with the court system. There's no charge for that. There's no charge for being a bad father.
No.
Well, there should be.
Unless he leaves them in like a car or something with their windows rolled up.
Oh yeah. Hey, is there a charge for being a bitch? There should be.
I don't know. It's probably on your record already.
Man, if it was, we'd know. Because you would always be in prison, bitch ass.
But I'm not in prison, dumbass.
Then there must not be a charge for it. Because if there was, you'd be guilty, dog. Skirt.
Can we wrap this up? How is that related to the blind test? Bet. I think you might be right, Bobby. I think this might be stacked against you.
Hey, Your Honor, I think Mike Block just walked out, but I kind of want to,
He's walked out?
yeah, he just walked out. I just,
Are you sleeping on the job?
I think I want to go home and eat my dinner. So I don't know if you want to put a warrant out for him or what.
Why?
Oh,
What the fuck you talking about, dog? Hey, you see what I'm talking about with this motherfucker? A warrant for no reason.
I mean, can you recant all the whole blind deal and deal with that later?
what the? Yeah, I mean that's barely for the record, and again, just for future accuracy of
I mean, I can
charges.
cancel whatever's going back there, and we can just go to me.
I mean, I don't even know what is going on back there, to be honest with you.
Apparently, it's a blind test, but hearing the story has to do with the blind test.
Doesn't Dr. Joy just need to check if he's blind?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's why I said I think it
She's
is
back
stacked
there
against you.
holding up pictures while he talks, seeing if he gets distracted. You know, trying to see if like
Yeah.
various different things on her phone.
Okay.
You want to let it continue?
Why?
I just don't think I can be here to wrap up whatever the rest of this is.
You should drop the charges, dog.
I can tell you that it would be irrelevant, probably, to the verdict.
Yeah, I mean, I just like to go straight into closing statements.
There is no closing. We're at a bench trial.
Okay, I just
Alright,
like to just whatever you have, just for us to get it done.
Man, why you have to call into question his blindness, yo?
Because he's over here fucking feeling presences and shit. I think, you know, wouldn't you want to know if your son is, I don't know, a superpowers, Mike? Don't you care about your son?
What are you saying?
Oh, no, you don't. Because apparently he gets shot and you just let him go to the hospital for several hours without checking up on him.
Man, that's the street life,
From
yo.
one father
Shooting
to another.
a motherfucker like saying
From one
hello.
father to another, fuck you, man.
All right,
Hey, fuck
Troy,
you.
was there
My kid
anything
could
at
beat
all
the
that
fuck out of your
indicated that he
kid.
was or were not
doubt it.
blind?
This man
I
is
bet
very
they
much
could.
blind.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you. Can we drop it, Bobby?
Allegedly, because the doctor said that he
Nope.
could lie about it.
No, Bobby, I tested him thoroughly. There is no way that man has any.
I would like
kind
to
of
treat
vision.
Dr. Choi as a hostile witness.
You are a
She
hostile
came in here
motherfucker
allegedly
anyway.
saying that
Hell yeah.
anyone could
Beat
lie
his
about
ass,
it, but now
Troy.
she has definitive statements. I'd like to motion forward that she is in fact hostile, as she's also yelling at me.
Yeah, she's hostile.
I'm not even on the fucking
Go
stand.
now.
So where were we at the
Okay.
beach house?
All right,
Yep.
I'm gonna go into deliberation on this, but before I go, I got one question for you, Holden.
I bet.
You started your whole statement with it was a beautiful day, correct?
Uh-huh.
After the
Yup.
day finished, was it so beautiful?
Kai, Your Honor, may I talk to my pops because I can't see? To get clarification.
Yeah.
It was not because
It-
of Bobby.
It indeed was not a beautiful day because of all the blind comments that
Okay. If you
you
had
know,
to talk to
recruit
your
Bob.
pops
uh-huh.
about it being beautiful now, how did you know it was a beautiful day before?
Because he's the one that told me that.
Right. All right, deliberation.
Mm-hmm. Alright. What you think, Pops? You think we got good odds?
I think that no matter what he
What do you
say,
think the chances are, Pops?
hey, eat her.
Oh, my bad.
Recess?
I think that no matter what
Deliberation.
he say,
Ah.
we the real winners here.
I bet.
All
Yeah,
right,
that sounds like some Disney shit. Disney Blue.
that true.
I bet.
Does Bobby have to cuff him now? That's whatever. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe I take back.
So what you think the chances are, Pops?
I was started about like 7 hours ago.
You be honest with me.
I think 100%, dog.
Hell yeah, bruh. Hey, yo, you got any food, Pops?
Oh yeah, I got a burger.
Hell yeah, bruh.
Oh, you guys all set for food?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
starving. I've been hungry the whole. I've been hungry since the beach house, dog.
Does anybody
yo,
else need food
Pops,
in here?
could you hand me that burger, dog?
No, thank you.
Yeah, here you go.
Thanks, dog. I'm stuck in my pockets, dog.
Damn,
Hey,
free to
since
go
I'm gonna pay
pockets.
us, Can you get a?
You know, I'll
Have you
stay
got
like
any
this, bro.
space to transfer?
Oh, I.
Alright.
Okay, you want me to go to that submission with you? You can just grab one from you.
Just if we end up running, just grab my ass, please.
He ain't gonna run, dog. Damn.
So you parked it in queue. You can pull it out there, and then just whip it up the vine with to take off the flags. Okay.
What a big goth.
Alex Hart.
Oh man. Was this really 2 hours? This whole
Are you
court case
enjoying
was
the
like
box
2
trials
hours?
there,
Getting
Kenneth?
a lot of like propositions lately about cases and stuff. So I gotta write everything down.
I'm sorry, what's up?
Just to
I said,
remind
are-
myself.
Are you enjoying the block trials? Yeah, you might have a lot of these.
2 hours.
We're coming up on
Just for the
3 now,
trial, I mean.
and they didn't even finish opening statements.
Alright.
Holy shit.
Physically on the steps. Is anybody in? There's somebody on the steps in a vehicle, like right outside the door. Maybe let PD know, have them take care of it. Just like 311 or 911. I mean, I think that's technically trespassing, loitering. I don't know.
What a big goth.
Alex. I love you, dude.
Yo, thank you, Jeltrick. What an insane court. I think I'd like dedicated like all of my police resources to these fucking blockheads. Jesus.
Who's ImmortalHD?
You don't think the tier 1. Yeah, I had some shit I had to go do about like 20 minutes ago.
Hey, Chief.
Yeah.
Just be aware of that 311. I got a car parked up
Yeah.
on the actual steps.
As
so,
part of the DOJ letting them use their phone the entire time.
yeah, I tried to take it, and the judge said I had no legal right to.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I still got 2 of them. You got a third somehow.
Well, there it is.
Who's ImmortalHD? Immortal HD? Who's Immortal HD?
Oh, dude, as soon as it was getting hot, like, a bunch of cops got off duty. Oof.
You know where the that little garage there.
If they ran out right now, I wouldn't even be mad, bruh.
If your car's damaged, you need to fix it first.
All right, I'm gonna put this quote back into session. So to reiterate on everything, the factor of Mike and Michael being two different people, that would be absurd for me to even believe that. And
Damn.
along with his son cooperating that it was Mr. Mike the whole entire time, I think pretty much seals the
Damn it,
deal
Holden.
on that.
How's I supposed to know?
As far as him being shot with his hands up, that doesn't absolve Mr. Mike of the crimes himself, although it could be a civil case. And this is not me saying on the record that he's going to win or lose a civil case. I'm just saying that anytime someone is shot, right, when their hands are up, there could possibility be a civil case. So don't go around saying, Coyote said I should win, because Coyote didn't say that. Coyote just says there's a possibility of a civil case.
Got it. Coyote said I should win.
Hey, yo, Pops. I think you should let me represent you because they're gonna need to know about the beach house. You know,
as far as the charges,
civil case.
everything's been proven beyond a reasonable doubt that everything occurred. I'm gonna find both of you guilty of all the charges. I'm gonna have, due to y'all being here for so long, I'm gonna have Mike serve 40 months with the rest time served, and I'm gonna have Holden serve 25 with the rest of the time served.
Hey, let
This
me
case is
ask
closed.
you though.
Yeah.
The police officer showing up and just immediately shooting Holden, you don't think that justified or anything else?
No, because that doesn't absolve you of your actions.
I thought that they were going to kill him.
It still doesn't absolve you of your actions.
Yo, let me hold up though. If we get shot, right? And I didn't know they were policemen, right?
Uh-huh.
I was just in fear for my life the entire time. Therefore, not guilty.
Yeah.
Now, if you remember the beach house from day
I
one,
remember the beach house.
5 minutes in, there was the cat that tried to attack me. Now, from that very moment, from that.
Day,
hey, DOC, can you take me to the prison physically, dog?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, let's go. I'm ready.
Okay, put your hands behind your back, Mike. I'll get you cuffed up.
All right, if you ready, I'm ready, dog.
You all right, Bobby? You need something for your blood pressure?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay, Mike, I'm gonna just get you to wait over here.
Hi.
Have fun with y'all escape with Chain Gang.
I don't know what you talking about.
DOC, can you do times?
Yeah, we can jail. We just can't bill.
Okay, let me bill him first.
Let's go, Duckling.
Hey, Your Honor, can I get some time off? Can I get some money off?
All right. Yeah, I would like some money off too.
I usually don't touch fines when it comes to that stuff.
Hold up,
Can I get 90%
please?
parole?
Nah, I can't do that.
Damn. Hold up. Can you bill me at the prison?
No.
Please?
I would like to request to be billed at the
I'm
prison.
fucking
dog.
leaving.
All right, then just have someone else do it. Damn.
Yeah, have
They
another
can't do
officer
it. I have no officers. Right now, there's a fucking jewelry store robbery. And
Damn.
Damn.
Get that?
I'm sure the DOC will be competent in transporting
Once
you
again,
guys.
Bobby denying a blind man his rights. Let the record be shown.
My other CO's waiting in the car. Would you mind helping transport Mike just out to the vehicle? Chief?
What's that?
Sorry, my other CO's waiting in the vehicle. Would you
Hey,
mind?
just soft cuff me, dog. I can walk.
I feel like it's in everybody's best interest not to do that.
I'm gonna
Bruh, it's
actually
only
throw him on my
40
shoulder.
months.
It's not 46, 205 months.
What? He said give him 40
Yeah,
months,
they're
dog.
40 and 25.
Oh, okay. I thought he was
They're
taking
getting
off
time
40.
served.
Okay.
Nah, he said give him 40.
Yeah, he did say.
Anyways, 40 months, dog. I ain't gonna run. What do you think I am, dumb?
Okay. Well, it'd be unprofessional for me to put you over your my shoulder, so you're gonna have to wait in here, Mike.
Just, hey, I can walk behind you, dog. Damn.
Yeah.
That's why we got it.
It take me 1 hour of robbing the taco shop to make that kind of money.
Well, maybe you should be doing that instead of whatever it is that you
Oh,
were
okay.
doing.
The chief of police said to do that.
Wait, now I'm the chief of police.
Isn't that what it say on your vest?
It does say that. You should tell
I
your
thought
son
that said
that.
Chief Keef.
All right. What am I getting myself into here?
Huh? Why you got a gun out? Why you got a gun out?
I gotta get a gun
Goddamn.
out for my own safety.
Why?
You're a dangerous individual with a lot of connections.
I is not a
blasting
dangerous
that you be.
individual, dog.
What do you mean?
I ain't dangerous, yo.
As I was blasting, you know,
Huh.
how it be.
What's that? Oh, shit. Oh, damn.
Oh man, it looks like
Oh!
beer deliveries here.
Oh!
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Damn!
It's a fucking massacre. It's a fucking massacre.
Damn!
Holy fuck.
Damn! Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Coors Light, silver.
No! Please, I don't want this!
Are you gonna shoot a fellow Chang Gang member?
I'm gonna wait for them to leave before I get out of here.
That's fast, efficient.
Who's ImmortalHD?
All right, boys. Getting the fuck out of here. Good streams. Fun stuff with Mike Block. Good shit. I'll be back tomorrow with some more good things. Good things to come. Appreciate you guys for chilling with me tonight. Lots of love, lots of love. Shout out to Panda, shout out to John. All those guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Keep an eye out. And yeah, thanks a lot. Have a good night. Thanks for the huge amount of support, resubs, and donations. You guys are awesome.
What a big gulp.
Hooplo.